crazy. A lot tomorrow night, too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a double shot of Brad Caldwell this week from the Arkansas Sports Network today and in his normal Friday spot. But we got too much to talk about today. We can't let the Thursday games go by the board without some analysis. How you doing, Brad?
Good. You can't get enough Brad Caldwell. Just ask my wife.
That's right.
Now,
as much as we can get.
If we did ask that question, are we going to get the answer you think?
I do think we would. I think, I have to say, for somebody as ugly as I am, I did marry a good one.
Okay.
So.
All right. You outkicked your coverage.
There you
All
go.
right. Okay.
There you go. So big games.
Most people would tell you yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Big games tonight. One of the ones that jumped out to me on the Thursday night slate. How about this Robinson and Maumelle game?
Tiny
That's
little tilt.
a big one in the 5A.
Absolutely. And of course, Maumelle can kind of keep it going and kind of stay in the race if they were able to pull off the upset. Man, I'll tell you what, Robinson just seems like the favorite in 5A right now. I'll tell you a team right now that's sneaking up is Parkview. I think they're starting to play well at the right time. But with that said, right now, going into the final week of the season, you've got to say that Robinson is the favorite to win it. And with that being said, if they're the favorite to win it, they're the favorite to win this game as well. And so, Maumelle come off a pretty good performance against Searcy. I think Searcy's a very good team. I think you could see Searcy in the semifinals for sure, maybe even at War Memorial, depending on how things work out. But with that being said, I think Robinson right now, you got to say that they're the one, and that they've got to finish it off by winning this one. And I think that they've got a good shot at doing that.
That 5A Central is crazy because the other game is between the other two teams that are in the top four in that conference, in Searcy and Beebe. These are two teams that are 5-1 in the league, 4-2 in the league. You get an upset somewhere, that's going to turn this whole thing around.
Yeah, and Searcy and Beebe, just a few miles apart from each other, so there's a little bit. Yeah, there's a rivalry aspect to it. You know how that goes. You can kind of throw out the records, but at the same time, at least what we've seen this season, Searcy is the better team, at least so far. Just looking at who Searcy has been able to overcome and Beebe has not, but anything can happen. I mean, in the last game of the season with a rivalry on the line, anything can happen. So, it's just one of those games. I think much like what Robinson goes through tonight is just don't take them lightly, and that's the same thing with Searcy. Don't take them lightly. Come out, play your game. Searcy is in an interesting spot because they have I think they pulled the South. And they could play one of three teams in the first round with which both, even at the 4 seed would as well. So these two conferences are matched up, but they're going to end up playing if Searcy wins tonight and comes out as a 2. They're going to play one of Parkview, Hot Springs, or Lakeside in the first round of the tournament. Man, I mean that is a heck of a draw, no doubt about it. And that's going to be one heck of a first-round game.
I was always under the impression the 4 was the best postseason tournament, but this year it may be the 5. I mean, you mentioned Hot Springs and Hot Springs Lakeside. You throw in Parkview, all with a deep playoff experience. Camden, Fairview, Valley View. You throw in, and then you kind of look down. And you go, oh yeah, by the way, Greenbrier's undefeated and Farmington's still hanging around. I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 teams that can legitimately say they're the best in there. I mean, I know you like Robinson until proven otherwise. There's 5-6 teams that can go, you know what, we're pretty darn good too.
I agree. And the thing with Robinson, and I think it's a little different this year than it was in the past with Parkview, is that Robinson can't just roll the ball out there and win it. They're going to have to really play well because you've got your Greenbriers. Lakeside fell last week. It was to Parkview by 2. You've got Parkview, Farmington, Hot Springs. Searcy is definitely in that mix as well. And, Morrilton is explosive. Valley View is good. They're very well coached. Camden Fairview is a team that I haven't talked about a whole lot. We saw them early in the season. I didn't think much of them, and now here they are at 4-2 in the conference. And with a win over Parkview, they can really kind of throw a kink into things.
All right, Brad Caldwell's with us here from the Arkansas Sports Network. Some more action around the state. You mentioned Parkview and Camden Fairview going at it tonight.
Yeah, Parkview, I think, is not as dominant as they've been in the past. So, when you look at the 5A the last 3 years, you said, well, this is the Parkview Invitational. Obviously, that's not it this year. But again, how can you forget about them? Because, number one, Bobby Boulding is one of the best coaches in the state. Let me tell you that right now. I would say easily, if you're laying out a top 10 in the state, Bobby Boulding makes that list 100%. So he's got that team rolling in the right direction now, and they're playing well. And that win over Lakeside was the kind of the evidence. The proof was in the pudding there. So now I think that they've got a real good shot at winning this one. This is an interesting game because Camden Fairview has been the team in the South over the last few years that has given Parkview just a little bit of problems. And I think they met up in the semifinals either last year or the year before, and it was a close game. But I feel like Parkview right now playing the way that they are, I think that they've got a shot. And again, when I look at who are the top challengers to Robinson in 5A, you got to list Parkview right up there at the top.
Let's drop down a classification in ho-hum. Stuttgart and Hamburg are getting together. 17 wins, 1 loss between these two teams. Ooh. This is setting up as maybe the best game on Thursday night. Two teams, they don't like each other. And that's what I love about Week 10 is it's all rivalries. And when you get a game like this that means everything, this is a huge tilt for those two towns.
Well, you can watch that on the Arkansas Sports Network, by the way.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a shootout. If this comes out as a defensive game, I'm probably going to quit broadcasting because I don't know anything about anything. Because I can tell you, these two teams, defensively not great, offensively great. Both of these teams are going to put up points. I think you might have the best running back in the state, Nykel Lewis. Right now, he leads the state in yardage. I do not have the number in front of me, but I know that he is pushing at least 3,000 yards right now. And this is week 10. And so he's also pushing for the state record for touchdowns. I would say that he's going to get that if they are able to play into the playoffs enough. I think it just depends on how many games. And really the only reason he hasn't broken that as of right now is because he's only been playing at halftime for the last 2 or 3 games. Then you got Stuttgart, Cain Price, coach's son. I mean, when you got a coach's son at quarterback, I mean, is that ever a bad situation?
No.
It very rarely is. You've just got an extension of the coach on the field, and Cain Price has been starting there since his freshman season, and he's really coming along. And let me tell you something. Most people won't remember this, but his dad was an absolute stud at Arkansas Tech University and took Arkansas Tech to heights that they had not been to in years and heights that they haven't been to since then. He was an absolute guy there. And I think his son might be better than him. I think that throwing the ball and then getting out, running the ball a little bit. I mean, every week we get him in our D3 Auto Sales MVP mentions, and I mean every week it's 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. He's quite the guy. He's going to be in the talk for our overall MVP by the end of the year.
I'm going to give you a piece of advice. As soon as I get out of here, as soon as we leave Swifts, I'm going to run home, and I'm going to flip that one on and do my prep for Northside Springdale. Turn your phone face down because I will be texting you during the game.
He'll bother you.
I will be bothering the hell out of you during that game because that I did some background on this one. I'm excited for this game because I think it's not only is it week 10, but you've got a ton of things on the line, and like you said, this is going to be an explosive game. If it's a defensive game, we don't know anything.
100%. If they could score less than 30 on either side of the ball, we have missed it somehow, or somebody's gotten injured. Maybe a quarterback got his hand cut off. I'm not totally sure, but something went wrong in all of this, and so I think that this is going to be. It probably will be the highest scoring game of the weekend.
Love it.
Talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network. 3A, Atkins, and Mayflower tonight. Another key game.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the 3A version of Stuttgart and Hamburg. I mean, these two teams, number one, don't like each other. They've played each other in conference many years now. Both of them in the 3A2, which is an interesting dynamic, how they all do that. But, it is what it is. I like Atkins in this game, and the only reason I like it, I think these two teams are so similar. Quarterback play, I like Atkins, Cole Crawford, he's the man.
All right, we're going to have more here live from Swift's Jewelry in downtown Fayetteville. Brad Caldwell taking us through some of the games tonight around the states here in Brad, of course, from the Arkansas Sports Network. We will have much more to do when we come back here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Don't go anywhere. More coming up. Continuing here with Brad Caldwell, Arkansas Sports Network. It's Ruskin and Zach live from Swift's Jewelry in downtown Fayetteville. Today, looking ahead to tonight's high school football action. We'll talk to Brad again tomorrow with some other games, but tonight we keep it going here, and we look at Junction City, Brad, and Spring Hill.
Right now, there's a lot riding on this game, but Junction City is right now they're just rolling down there, and I don't expect anything different in this game. They have really not been close since they lost to Smackover and
Buckaroos!
then played Mount Ida, right? Buckaroos playing well this year, by the way. With that said, I think Junction City just continues to roll. They've already wrapped up the conference, and I expect them to just continue to do what they're doing. Junction City is a legit contender for 2A.
Now, you're going Arkansas Sportsnet Regional this week. You've got split games. You're going to be out at McCrory and Des Arc as well.
Yes, and this is a rivalry game with some riding on it as well. And Des Arc needs a victory to solidify that 4 seed. Tell them what they won, folks. They get a good chance to go to Mount Ida and eat at the Darriette, right?
That's how you pick a winner, man. That's how you do this in the lower classification. So who's got the best
Exactly.
Darriette?
So Des Arc just needs a victory. I think they have every opportunity. They've struggled on defense this year. Maybe I'll give up some big numbers. They gave up 69 last week to EPC. But I think that they're probably a class above McCrory tonight. But again, it's just one of those games. You know, you can draw a box between McCrory and Carlisle and Des Arc and Hazen. And all those guys, they don't like each other. It's about 30 miles away from the longest point between those teams. And so Des Arc and McCrory is a really good rivalry, but I think without something funny happen, Des Arc should win.
Yeah. We were in that league, by the way, when I was in high school.
Oh, really?
Played McCrory, Carlisle. Great eating in that conference, man.
Well, and
the
that's
Vols Bluff in basketball.
Well, that's
go to
why
Craig.
you're there is for the eating.
Well, absolutely.
Hey, Brad, I've been asked this question a lot. Is most of the teams in the Central will play on Thursday night? What is there's some madness behind this? Is it getting a jump on the playoffs? I've never been able to pin down an accurate description as to why these teams. Most of the teams from the Central play on Thursday night in the final week.
It's the scouting. I think they get an opportunity to go scout possible first-round playoff opponents if they can do that. Or, even with those schools that maybe have a little higher aspirations, somebody down the line, maybe they get a chance to go watch them. So, so Friday night, you'll see many coaches on Friday that have played on Thursday in the stands somewhere.
That's I was always curious to me why they played on Thursday nights, but it comes down to the most baseline reason: cheating. Got it. All right, so we got another big one, and I love saying Atkins Redbugs. They're going to get on a bus, head down to Mayflower again. And you say this in Week 10. These teams don't like each other very much. These are proximity creates that hatred, and then when you get good competition, man, it makes it a whole lot of fun. But this should be a really, really good football game.
So these two teams have played Salem. Salem was able to knock off Mayflower last week. Man, I will tell you, that was a physical ball game that we had on ASN last week between those two teams. Mayflower has got some dudes on defense. The craziest part about this game is if the loser, who is going to be a good team, they're going to end up at Prescott in week 1 of the playoffs, which will be a great matchup there as well, at least by name alone. But that team that loses probably isn't going to get a home playoff game at all. And both of these teams, I really think that they're, easily top 10-ish teams in the 3A. We've had Atkins and Mayflower basically sitting about the same spot, 6, 7, 7, 8, somewhere in there all year long. And I feel like that these two teams are going to present a problem for whoever they play. But the winner of this game will get a home playoff game. The loser will probably be on the road for the whole playoffs as long as they're in it.
Let's play a game of either or. I'm going to give you two teams. You tell me which team is most likely to get to Little Rock. We'll start in the 2A. Mount Ida or Hampton?
Mount Ida.
Oh, he says that with great confidence. All right. Well, East Poinsett County, Junction City.
Oh, no, that's
Not
a good
as
one.
easy.
That's not as easy. If I was putting money on it, which I'm not, I would say EPC.
Okay. All right. Then let's move up to 3A. Mansfield, Salem.
This is the hardest one, man. 3A and 4A. Well, like you said, 5A as well. Man, I'd have to see matchups, but here's the kicker. This could be a matchup in the semifinals, I believe, at Mansfield.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with Mansfield for that reason.
Rivercrest, Glen Rose. You're
right?
splitting hairs here with these teams. They're all
you
really
are.
good. But at some point,
If
you're going to get to the quarters, and somebody's going to advance, somebody isn't.
Right. Well, if I was to be honest with you, I'd say neither one of them are going to make it.
But
that's
not the game. That's a fine. In our world, you get fined for not answering the questions.
I gotcha. Okay, so if I had to choose between the two, I think I'll go with Rivercrest.
Fordyce and Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Okay, he says very confidently. I like that. All right,
Yeah.
Let's move up to the 4A, and we'll start in my favorite conference, which is the 4-7. Nashville or Hamburg? Or I'll even throw in Arkadelphia. I'll give you any one of those three, most likely to get to Little Rock.
That's tough. I'd have to look at the bracket. If I had to just choose on face value alone, probably Arkadelphia. Now,
but it comes with a qualifier.
Well, it's not a qualifier. Nashville's already beaten Arkadelphia at Arkadelphia. That was a controversial game, to say the least. I really, really like Nashville's coach, Cheshire. He's really, really good. But, man, Arkadelphia, last year won the 4A, and they thumped Elkins in the finals, and they were really hard to handle. So I look at this team, and I think, even though they've gotten beat in the regular season, I look at them and think they have the goods to win it all.
Gosnell, Dardanelle.
Woo! Now that one is
undefeated,
tough.
Both of them.
See, I'm going to get a phone call about this.
Yes, you are, and that's the whole point in asking this.
Man, you put me on the spot on this one.
I did.
I'm going to say Dardanelle, and the reason I'm going to say Dardanelle is
closer to them.
Vega.
It's because you're closer to them.
It's easier for me to get that one wrong. Vega is 6'2", 220 at quarterback, and he's got I would say easily 4.7 speed. He's pretty good. He's hard to handle, and so I would think just for the fact that he gets the ball on every play and they run everything through him. I also think that, I think some of that would depend on where they play in the playoffs as well.
So Dardanelle.
I'm going with Dardanelle.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, okay. Elkins or Lone Oak?
Elkins.
Okay, he says very confidently. All right, let's move to the 5, and I'm going to take Joe T. Robinson out of it because I think that's sort of been the default. Searcy or Valley View? They've already played.
Okay. Give me a second here. I'm going to pull up brackets.
Which one's more likely to make it to Little Rock? Not head-to-head, but more likely to make it.
Okay. So here's what I'll give you. Because I know that the South and the Central are matched up together, and I know that round one, somebody really good is going out in the first round with Searcy or with, Lakeside, Hot Springs, or Parkview. I will say Valley View just for that reason alone.
Okay. I'm going to make you a hated man in the city of Hot Springs. Hot Springs or Hot Springs Lakeside more likely to get to Little Rock?
Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
you're not going to be able to go. You're not going to be able to go down there. Sorry about that.
Right. Sorry, McClards. I can't come down and eat down there. I'm going to say Hot Springs.
The Trojans. Okay. All right.
Big year for them. Big year.
Farmington or Morrilton? I'm going to take Greenbrier out of it because they've got a little bit of a lead. But Farmington or Morrilton? Morrilton. People thought a lot of Morrilton during the preseason.
Mm-hmm. And they're still a good team. I mean, I think when you look at their schedule, they've lost to Farmington by 1, and Greenbrier got them decently. I still think they may be a little bit more explosive. They lost to Farmington by 1. I think if you had a rematch between these two, I think I'd go with Morrilton. Some of it depends on the bracket, but if I'm just going head to head, I'll go Morrilton.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you this one because, I'm going to save the 6 for next week when we've got kind of the matchups because the 6 is a little bit different. But I'm going to give you Conway, Bryant, Rogers, and Bentonville. The 2 teams most likely to get to Little Rock.
Well, give me Bryant and Bentonville. I think that's your possible state championship matchup. But, I think obviously that Rogers, Conway, Bryant, Bentonville, that's where your 7A championship's coming from, one of those 4 teams. And I don't think it's a done deal like it has been in the past that Bryant will win it all. I think that there's definitely some true challengers this year.
Okay. You have it.
Now, I'm going to be traveling to Central Arkansas next week. PA, I think, is our most likely destination, maybe North Little Rock. Where am I eating on the way down?
Where are you eating on the way down?
Yeah.
To Little Rock from Springdale. Well, there's a lot of good places.
There's a bunch.
Right. I like Pizza Parlor, number 1. I would say if you want barbecue, coming through Russellville, stop at Ridgewood Brothers Barbecue, and you and I will sub together. How about that?
Done deal. I'll do that.
Let's do it.
All right. I'll give you a shout. Yeah, I'll be down there. No problem.
There you go.
Let's do that.
All right. Done deal.
Good plan. A plan is coming together here. All right.
That's how we roll here.
That's right.
It's just me. The first round of the playoffs, Brad, you know this. Like when you travel around and everybody's kind of on their way somewhere, and you meet and you see all the different schools that are meeting at these different places, it's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, but Ridgewood Brothers is the way I'd go there,
all right.
Especially just right off of I-40.
I'll text you. We'll get that set up.
Make that happen. Yep. There you go. All right. Brad, we'll talk to you tomorrow with more previews, all right?
Well, hello again, sports fans, and welcome to the Arkansas Sports Network's Game of the Week. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Premier Facilities Group, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Here we go, Arkansas. Are you ready? Tonight, perfect through 9 games, the Ricebirds are flying straight towards the conference crown. And the Lions have clawed back from every test, and they smell blood in the Delta air. 9-0 versus 8-1. This is where legends collide. Buckle that chin strap, folks. It's time for kickoff.
Hello, we're live. We've got preliminaries going on right now. The Pledge of Allegiance is going on. We're going to, if you can, let's take a quick break, and when we get through the preliminaries, we'll come back for this great matchup in the 4A-8. The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com.
Hello and welcome back into Hamburg as we've got, I don't know, man, this might be the top matchup in the state this week with Hamburg and Stuttgart. You've got 17 wins between these two, just one small loss, and it's on the Hamburg side of things. And you've got two of the most exciting players in the state of Arkansas, and Nykel Lewis for Hamburg and Cain Price for Stuttgart. We're glad to have you along here as it's an exciting night here for football. Justin Smith is going to be pushing the buttons for me tonight.
Hi, everybody.
And he's going to be adding a little bit of color as he does. He's a colorful man with that red beard and red hair he's got. So we're excited to be here in South Arkansas, which I know is like the homeland for you.
It is. I love every bit of the southern part of this state, all across the bottom part. Don't matter where you're at. It's just wonderful. Glad to be here in Hamburg. I'm excited to see Nykel Lewis play football for the first time this year. Got to interview that young man when we did our hometown sports this summer. Just a great young man. He's had a heck of a season. I'm excited to see him. I'm also excited to see Cain Price. My goodness, what a season he's had, Brad.
Absolutely. It's a great night for football. I mean, it is not too cold. It
perfect.
Is not, right? It is just a perfect night for ball, and we're just excited to be here. We're a long way from home. I'll tell you what, with the Arkansas Sports Network, you got to know that we're going to go to all corners of the state. We're about as far away from Russellville as we possibly can get.
Just about.
And we're excited to be here, though. We're going to be at wherever we go. It's going to be a good night for football. I think we've already got some comments in there. You see those? Let me see if I can
see.
Stay up on these.
Jacob Carter saying, absolutely, Ridgewood Brothers.
That's
you are
right.
right, good sir.
That's right.
That Magic Store saying, good luck, all. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hey, get in the chat with us. We talk back.
That's right.
Constantly.
Now,
we love the 2A to the 4A is where we're at, baby.
Right now, let's also say this. This is on the ASN High School channel. And so with that said, we need you to get this out there for us. So hit the share button, hit the like button. Make sure that everybody knows that this game is where it's at. We've got it on Facebook. We couldn't get it back to Facebook. We just, for whatever reason, it wouldn't hit Facebook, which I know is like a big deal for us. So we need you to get this out there, get this on your social media, and let everybody know right here, right now, that we're ready for some football. It's going to be a great night for football. Like I said, perfect for, I mean, really, when you talk about just temperatures, you still got your short sleeves on, but it's not too hot. It's definitely not
great.
too cold. It's just right, and no rain in sight for tonight. We got a beautiful moon upstairs that God has given us tonight. It is
62 degrees and clear. Oh, it's perfect.
It's a perfect night for football. So, again, we need you to get this out there for us. I probably made a mistake by not putting this on the main ASN channel, but, you know, it is what it is now. Hopefully you guys will be able to find it. We will be on this channel as well during the playoffs along with the regular ASN channel, so you want to make sure that you like this one as well. Subscribe to it as well. So, man, we're fired up. This is a great night, and, man, I'll tell you what, for ASN, we've done some big games.
Yep.
Go back to 2023 when we did the Murfreesboro and Mineral Springs game.
That was a big one.
That ended up being a fantastic ball game. You know, conference championship on the line, overtime, fourth down pass into the back of the end zone, and that was awesome. We had a ton of views on that game. We've had some other big games, but this one might be as big as it gets.
I think so. You got two high-powered offenses right here, and you know I'm not sure how much they like each other, Brad, because Hamburg, They're looking for their first conference title since 1997. I was 12 years old.
Right.
Last time they won a conference title here in Hamburg, they are hungry for it.
Yes, sir. They're hungry for it, and like you said, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
A long time to be without a conference championship. We've got Ben Zamar 9713 says used game watching from Wisconsin. Let's go Hamburg, class of 2012.
Spectacular.
Absolutely. So, yeah, get in here with us. We'll talk to you as much as we can. We want to call the game, though.
Yep.
We're going to try to keep you what's going on around the state, keep you adept about what's happening around the state as well as we go. So it is a great night for football. Hamburg running out. And, man, we've got Chase in the bleachers. His camera's down there, so you might get a little bit of rumble from that. Well, I'll tell you what. We were talking about it before the game and how these bleachers may not have filled up that much, but it looks like on both sides right now.
Buddy, they did. They're still coming in.
Yes.
They're still coming in. It's awesome.
And, you know, over there at Stuttgart, we thought, well, nobody came from Stuttgart. Here they are. They've got quite a few over there now, too.
Here they come.
Bros for Life 55 says 4A will be a toss-up. Who will meet in the state championship game this year? We will talk about that on Wednesday. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday night. You want to make sure that you're a part of that. We're going to pick every classification, and you don't want to miss that. Now, you have to be a member for that one, and that's on the ASN side. This is ASN High School. We're talking about ASN, our main channel on YouTube, and we'll be doing it there. So, man, it's a great night for football, and we're just excited to be here. I see the number growing out there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that wonderful stuff, because we got playoff football right here on ASN.
Before we kick off tonight, Brad, I got to give a big shout-out to a lifesaver for me personally, LaGrone Drug and Gift right down the street. They're 3 minutes away from the Hamburg football field here. I forgot my inhaler all the way back in Russellville. I got asthma. It started to hit me while we were walking up these bleacher steps to get loaded, to get it set up here, and I had to turn around and go, and she hooked me up with a real deal albuterol inhaler for me. Thank you very much. Go see LaGrone Drug and Gift. They're awesome.
So we've got some local sponsors that we will get to throughout the night. We're getting ready for kickoff, though. And back deep to receive for Hamburg. They got 3 men back there. I believe that's number 4 for Hamburg is Kiavion Brown. I'm going to butcher some of these names tonight. Just get ready for that. That's going to happen.
Sorry about it.
I'm going to do my best, though. I need a pronunciation guide with some of these guys. And we're getting ready for kickoff here. I'll get the other 2 here in just a moment. Looks like number 10 for Stuttgart, Dawson McKelvey, is going to be kicking off, and we're getting ready to go. Here we go. Left-footed kicker approaches the ball. Little squibber. Gets it out. I believe that's Cain Thomas, the quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's number 7. He stood up at the 35-yard line. And on the carry is Charles Mooney on that carry. And it looks like that we will start on about the 35-yard line. 35-yard line we go. Hamburg gets the football to start it out. On statewide radio, I talked about that if this game is not 50-40 or 50-60 or 70-60, then I probably don't know enough about football. Here we go. We're ready to go. Again, you need to get this out there. Make sure that everybody's watching this one with us. We've got full house backfield here. Got a fullback and an H-back. And Caden Thomas, Nikel Lewis back. And Lewis, they fake it to Lewis. They throw a little pass, almost intercepted by the defensive end, number 9, Bo Barnes. Nice play by Barnes. And first play pass goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now. Daniel Holiday says, let's go Birds. It's tricky. Let's go Lions. There we go, 2nd and 10. Lewis gets the football this time. He's kind of stood up in the backfield, finds a little bit of a hole, gets about 1 on the play, and first carry goes to Lewis. He gets 1. 3rd down and long here for the Ricebirds. I'm sorry, for the Lions.
We gave him 3 on that play, Brad.
Gave him 3.
Yeah, oh, he got there.
Okay, I guess I missed where they started from. So here we go, 3rd down and 7 now on this play. Thomas going to take off to the left-hand side. He gets outside. He's across the 40, across the 50. Look at him go! He's at the 40, the 30, the 25, and he's going to get down to about the 22-yard line. And that is a huge in the backfield by the quarterback there. That is a 42-yard gain on the first carry by quarterback Cain Thomas.
Well, unfortunately, my replay isn't going to work, Brad. Sorry about that.
And Hamburg ready again. They hand off to Lewis. Lewis gets up. He's across the 25. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown.
Oh, my.
Just like that. 10 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. We've got our first score. 22 yards there for the top running back in the state of Arkansas, at least by stats alone. Nikel Lewis puts it in for 6.
Wow.
6-0 Hamburg.
He is as advertised, Brad.
At least right now. I mean, he found a seam, quickness, got up the field, right up the middle, touchdown, and here we go. Here's the point after. It's up. It's good. So with 10:55 left here in the first quarter of action, Hamburg already strikes. 7-0 is your score. Let's take a quick break if we can, or let's go to our local sponsors. How about that? Let's get those guys in there. For the Hamburg Lions, we've got Lawhen Logging. We've got Ag Up. Appreciate those guys for being a part of what we do here. Again, these local sponsors are huge for us.
Knights Automotive and Towing.
Got to get it going here. Yours and Vine Flower Shop on 101 North Cherry Street, Hamburg here, and you can visit Dorinda Stanley and Sarah Blakely. And we'll get Stuttgart here in a moment. Appreciate them as well. Again, these local sponsors are huge for us, help us out so much. We appreciate you guys. Daniel Holiday, I think you already got him. Let's Go Birds. 84 watching right now. I mean, this is a great game. Y'all need to make sure that you get this out there. Quatarian Johnson's going to be back deep to receive for Stuttgart, and I believe that's number 42.
12 and 7.
Is it 12?
12 and 7.
Okay, so it's 12. There in my 44-year-old eyes. Kingston Denton is back deep,
Good
and there's
kick.
a kick, and it's going to be well into the end zone. I tell you, I was watching this kicker for Hamburg. Got a leg. He made one from 53 with distance.
Woo!
And so he's got quite the leg here for the Hamburg Lions. They're going to bring it out to the 20, and this is where the Ricebirds will start. And again, one of the top quarterbacks in the state, I believe. I think you could say that he's definitely in the top 20. I would give it to Cain Price here.
I got to say, I'm a bit of a Stuttgart fan. One of my best friends, he a Stuttgart alum, played for the Ricebirds, graduated, I think, in 07, 08.
So here we go. Cain Price directing the offense here. Looking at the sideline. He's getting the play from the sideline. Motions man out of the backfield. They throw a little screen pass. That's going to be big time yardage. He's going to get all the way out close to the 40-yard line. Let's see where they spot it here. I believe they're going to spot it at the 38, so an 18-yard gain there on the first play. And that was number 10 on that was Dawson McKelvey. McKelvey gets 18 on the first pass of the game. We're going to have a lot of that from Stuttgart. Here's the snap. Stood up in the backfield on the run play. Looks like they're going to lose some yardage on that play. And they are. They're going to lose quite a bit of yardage on that play. And that's going to go all the way back to the 34, so I believe that's going to be second down and 14 now. They're not wasting any time getting back to the line, though. That's 4-yard loss on the run. They're throwing the screen again, and that's going to be low. Now we're in a 3rd down and long situation here for the Ricebirds. Pass was intended for number 7, Quatarian Johnson. So here we go, 3rd down and long. Third and long for the Ricebirds. 10-13 to go here in the first quarter. Dropping back to passes Price. He's got plenty of time. Steps up. Now he's flushed out. Now he doesn't have a lot of time at all. He avoids the sack. Comes out with it. He's across the field.
How?
He's got a lot of room here. Cuts up across the 40. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe what he just did there. He got all the way out to the 47-yard line, and that's going to make it for a manageable 4th down. And you got to think in a game like this, they're probably going to go for this. And it looks like
it's 4th and 1.
Fourth
Wow.
and a long one, short 2 there. Price was able to pick up 12 yards on the rush, and it doesn't even look like they're hesitating right now. They're going for it. This is the fastest offense I've seen so far. Runs it up the middle. He's got plenty there. He's going to get it, and he's getting all the way out across the 40. They're going to spot that at the 39. That's a 14-yard gain, and that is number 42 on the carry, Taekwon Hall. I think Hall carried that first one as well that went for -4. Things going so quickly, it's hard for me to keep up.
Right.
So, and there he is again. Gets it. He's got a little bit of room. He gets across the 35 down to about the 33. That's a 6-yard gain there. So right now, Stuttgart doing whatever they want to do. We've got a stoppage in play. It looks like an official timeout. Let's take a quick one with them. We've got 8:57 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Hamburg. We'll be back here in just a moment.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Back quickly are we. Price rolling out to his left. He's got a man. That's number 7. And he's going to get all the way down to about the 14-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain. And that is Quatarian Johnson. That's a 20-yard gain on the pass, and I think we're going to get the stat book's going to be lit up tonight. I hope I can get them right.
To say the least.
So 20-yard gain on the play. First down and 10. Ball's on just at the 15-yard line. Price rolling out. He's got room. He's going to get down real close to the 5-yard line. I think that's where they're going to spot it, actually. It's a 5, and it looks like they're going to move the chain. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Not a lot of resistance so far on the defensive side of the ball for either team.
And we knew it would be. We said it'd be a barn burner from the beginning.
This one, I said 70 may be high. It might be 100 before it's all said and done. Here we go. So Price looking back at his coach, his father, Josh Price, one of the best quarterbacks in Arkansas Tech University history.
Facts.
Price running a little zone read, and he's going to get in for a touchdown. 5-yard run for the touchdown by Cain Price, and it is 7-6, PAT pending.
Man.
Right, just like that.
Well, we talked about it earlier today, Brad. There's been 4 games, 80 points or more scored by one team. I'd like to see both teams do it. That'd be awesome.
Big time play, and here we go. PAT pending. There's the left-footed kick. It's up. It's good. And we've got a tie ball game. Got a flag coming in after the play there. Let's see what they call. Chase Carpenter last year's cameraman back. We're glad to have him. He does such a great job on the camera. He's following the referee right now. Let's see what they got. They're going over the Stuttgart sideline. So this is going to be on Hamburg. And then I think what we're going to decide is it going to be after the kickoff, assess it on the kick? What are they going to do here? Let's see what they do. Okay, running into the kicker. So they are going to assess it on the kick, I believe. Yep, they are. So it's going to move it up to the 45. That's where they'll kick it from. Is Lewis back there right now to receive? I can't tell if he's in the middle or not.
I would assume so.
Justin's got a screen up for me, Chase. I can't see him.
I'm trying to fix something.
Yeah, trying to fix a replay right now. Here we go, kickoff for the 45-yard line. It's going to go real deep, and it's going to be fielded at the 5. Across the 20. Not much doing there. Gets out to the 25, and that's where we'll start. Charles Mooney on the return. 7 up is your score. Again, appreciate you joining us. Let's see if we can get the well, nope, they're going to get out there. I was going to say we get our Stuttgart locals in real quick. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. So a little screen pass out to the flank. Get out to about the 29-yard line, I believe. Pass was complete to Kiavion Brown. Again, I apologize if I butcher these names. I'm trying my best. And maybe somebody can let me know in the comments if I say it wrong. Right? So 4-yard gain, first completed pass for Hamburg. 2nd down and 6 now. Handoff goes to Lewis. Lewis following his blocker. Cuts in. He's across the 40. Out to real close to the 45. I think they're going to spot it right on the 45. 16-yard gain for Lewis. Leading rusher in the state.
Yeah.
Lewis, I mean, he's been a part of our D3 Auto Sales MVP. He's going to be a part of that all year long. I mean, the main MVP. He finally won it one week, but we've seen him put up over 400 yards multiple times this year. Here we go, 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 45. They fake it to Lewis, and what pass is going to be incomplete. I think he tried to run with it before he caught it. I feel like, they just kind of throw it to – it's almost like they throw it so that quarterback don't get bored.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 10 now for the Lions. This 4A-8 championship game, again, make sure you're sharing it out with your friends, letting them know you're watching right here on the Arkansas Sports Network, on the YouTube page, on the high school page. I'm not sure why I did that, by the way. I should have switched that around. That's my bad. Handoff goes to Lewis up the middle. He is across the 50, across the 45. And he's going to get all the way down to the 43-yard line. And I believe that's about a 12-yard gain on that play for Lewis. Lewis, first 4 runs, 23, 22, 16, and 12. Hamburg looking back at the sideline, looking for the play. They're not moving quite as fast as Stuttgart does. Shotgun formation. Not a lot of tricks with their formations here, lining up in a similar formation pretty much every time. Thomas calling for it. He steps back, steps up in the pocket. He is fast. He's across the 25, down to the 20, down to the 15. He spin move, and we got a flag on the play. He's going to get all the way down to close to the 9-yard line, but they got flags on the play here. Let's see what they call. Right now it's a 34-yard gain in the books. Blocking the back. That's going to be a spot foul. So 34 yards on the run, but the play is going to come back 2 runs for Caden Thomas, a 42 and 34 so far.
Wow.
Right? That's going to bring it back. We're going to go all the way down. We go back to where? Where are they going to spot this ball? That's 25. So ball's going to be on the 25. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 25. And that's where Hamburg will take over. Thomas calling for the snap, hands it to Lewis, inside zone.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness, that kid is quick to the 10-5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Nikel Lewis from 25 yards out. My goodness, the Austin P commit is quick. 5'9", 210 pounds, 4.4 speed. He looks every bit of it right there.
Every bit of it. That's 81 yards already, folks.
Yeah, he is something right there.
And don't let us take away anything from Stuttgart either.
Calling it back. Calling it back.
No.
We got a little bit caught up in the celebration there. So calling it back. Replay the down now. Ball's going to be at the 20-yard line. So that ends up being a 5-yard gain. They fake it to Lewis. They get up the field. Across the 15 is Thomas down to the 10. 5. Touchdown. My goodness, how do you stop that? I mean, with that kind of speed in the backfield, you're running the zone read. Who do you choose on that?
You just pick one and hope for the best of luck, man. That's all you can do.
Touchdown Hamburg here with 6:13 to go. Again, at least I feel like I know a little bit about football because this one is headed to be one of the highest-scoring games in the state. Kicking for the Lions is Alberto Aguilar. Aguilar kicks it up plenty of distance. It's good. Let's go to our Stuttgart local sponsors. We appreciate the Edward Jones Financial. They support the Stuttgart Ricebird football team. And then we've got Farmers and Merchants Bank. Appreciate them. Miss Brown had a conversation with her today. Appreciate her.
Super nice lady.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Miss Dixon as well.
Mm-hmm.
She was great as well. Appreciate you guys jumping on with us here. 6:13 to go. It's 14-7. Stuttgart gets their opportunity now. Justin, this one just might come down to the team that has the ball last.
Look, I'm here for it. Let's go. Those are the best games, aren't they?
Absolutely. Aguilar stepping it off. He's getting ready to kick it off. You know, I feel like that I'll be shocked if this ball doesn't go into the end zone here. There's the kick, and I mean, a line drive kick, and it goes almost through the back. It does. It does go through the back, but almost in the air.
Look, I just want to know what the odds of both teams having left-footed kickers.
All right.
I mean, come on.
It doesn't happen very often.
No.
Doesn't happen very often.
Speaking of kickers, what in the world just happened?
Uh-oh. That ain't good. Don't do that one again.
I have no idea what I just did.
I don't know either, but don't do it again. Just don't do it again. Whatever you did, don't do it again. Here we go. Cain Price now. It's his turn. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Man in motion. We've got a flag on the play.
Movement.
Yep. So it's a false start. At this point, does 5 yards scare anybody?
No, I don't think so, man.
I'm not sure it does. I mean, 2 10-yard penalties on Hamburg, and they scored in back-to-back plays. Only one of them counted. So here we go, same formation here. They're looking down to the right-hand side, a little screen pass once again, and again they get out 5 yards. It don't matter. Looks like he picked up 15 on that play, and it's going to be enough for a first down. And that's Johnson again. Johnson already having a big night, 2 catches, 34 yards in the first quarter. Still 6 minutes to go. Trips down here to the left-hand side at this time. Looks like they got a tight end up to the right. Back to the left. Price looking at the defense. Now he gets ready. Fakes the outside zone, pulls it, goes off to the right-hand side. And we've got a short gain there. Looks like about, where are they going to spot that one? At the 33, it looks like. So 3 yards on that play. 3 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 7. 14-7 is your score. So we're under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
The answer, Mike 067W. Yes, Lewis is a senior.
The pass was incomplete right there.
And boy, is he quick. You're right.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So now it brings up 3rd and 7. Again, I don't know if anybody's scared of 7 yards, 3rd and 7.
Not on this field.
Not on this field, not at this time. We got twins to the bottom, and we've got single up at the top. Price steps up in the pocket. He's got time, finds a man. He's across the 40. That's going to be well enough for a first down. Gets across the 50, down to the 45-yard line. And it looks like we're going to pick up a flag after the play. So 17 yards now is going to turn into more, looks like, at least preliminarily. I believe that's a 22-yard gain on the play. And if I'm not mistaken, Jeremiah Jackson was a recipient on that one. And I'll tell you what, Stuttgart's got some guys to catch the football. They got some dudes to throw it to. Of course, they got a guy to pull the trigger as well. 15 yards on that play. So I guess Stuttgart all the way down to the 30-yard line now. First and 10. Price calls for it. Hands it off up the middle. Number 42 on the carry. Taekwon Hall. Hall's going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry. This brings up 2nd down and 6. I'll tell you what, you look at Stuttgart, I don't even know why they huddle. They go back there and they're not in it for 5 seconds.
Just the appearance of a huddle?
Now, play clock doesn't really matter in this game. Empty set. Price rolling to left, plenty of time. Steps up, he's got a man. Oh, and he slips. He slipped and he's hurt. Looks like he's down still. Pass was intended for number 18, Bray, Covington Minor. They get him up.
Caught that.
They get him up off the field there. Actually, no, I apologize. Number 16, Hayden Prine. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. And he was wide open. Price had him, just slipped. He was right there about the 2-yard line. We got a stoppage in play, officials timeout, resetting the clock, and they're getting the ball back in. And get that ball off the field. Got a new one in there. We're under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 5 to go is what they've got. That's a long 5 just by the sticks.
Yeah.
I'm definitely calling that 6.
That's 6.
It is 6, and it's trips to the left here. Price looking at the shovel pass. They've got it sniffed out. Then he makes a move. He's across the 20 down to the 15. That's going to be enough for a first down. You know, we're seeing Price for the first time. One of the things that we've seen just by stats, 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. We see why now.
Yeah, he's slick, man.
So 4:30 and counting here, first quarter. Price hands it off underneath. That's Hall. Hall gets down to the 10 now. Hall's having a decent game so far, 5 for 30. Got Price 5 for 40. Nobody's going backward right now.
No. Except for the first couple plays.
Already 122 total yards for Stuttgart. And for Hamburg, 158. Price looking off to the right, and he just dropped it. I mean, hit it right in the number. He just dropped it. Cortarian Johnson was the intended receiver. And, you know, Stuttgart's like they don't even have fun until it's 3rd down. It's like, it's time. It's time to play now. So we got 3rd and 5, ball on the 10. It's like, all right, here we go. Price looking for the call. And we've got a stoppage and play again. What do we got? Not sure what we got. Price going over to the sideline now. And they're about to whistle it back into play here. 3rd down and 5. Got to get down to the 5 for a first down. Price just going left. He's got plenty of room. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to get all the way down to the 1. You know, the thing that I'm seeing right now, especially from the Hamburg defense, is they're just giving too much room.
Yep.
I mean, they're playing a very soft shell right now. In that position, you're on the 10-yard line. Why would you play that soft shell? You've got to be more aggressive right there. They just gave him that first down. It's 1st down and 1, ball on the goal line. So 1st and 1, ball on the goal line. Price looking. He hands it off. Hall trying to get outside. He's going to get their touchdown. Touchdown, Taekwon Hall, 1 yard out. And it is 14-13.
Everything we thought it'd be, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will say this. I'm not trying to disparage anybody when I say this, but defense is lacking on both sides.
It is.
The offense is incredible on both sides. So you got a mix now for 100 points. We're going to get 100 tonight from both teams. We may get it from one team before it's all said and done. PAT is good.
Whoever stops the team first, whoever stops the other first is going to win this.
So it's tied up at 14. We got a chance to go to a quick break here. Let's do that real quick. 14-14 is your score. We'll be back in just a moment.
You belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind, offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
So here we go. It's 3:44 left. It's tied at 14. Exactly what we thought it would be. 28 points scored already. Squib kick. Gets it up across the 30, across the 40, 50, spin move, crossed all the way down to the 40. He's going to get all the way down to the 37-yard line. We got a flag on the play. Check your producer chat there.
Oh, we have been.
Okay.
I'm trying to get
a score update if you could get it in
yeah.
there. Okay. Scores from around the state. We'll try to give them to you as we go throughout. And it looks like we're going to bring this one all the way back. All the way back. It's coming all the way back to the 35.
I got a message from Mike Skolarski, John Skolarski's dad. He's saying, what fun it would be to see Hamburg and Ozark. See two kids with sheer speed, man. That would be awesome, Mike.
Absolutely. Are you still up, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure. It's me, not you. That sounds like my first girlfriend. It's me, not you. I've lost my internet trying to get it back though, just to keep up. Snap goes to Thomas. Thomas throws the screen, and he is behind the defense. I mean, just enough there to get him down because it looked like he was going to break one. He is number 4, Keavion Brown. 24-yard gain on the play. Now, I will say that was a risky pass. They read it just enough to get by, and Brown's got 2 catches for 28 so far. So, coming up on the 3-minute mark here, can we get our 35th point of the first quarter? I'm going to guess yes before the first quarter is over. That's going to happen. Nikel Lewis Gets the ball, gets through the Stuttgart defense, gets down to the 45, and he's going to pick up 7 on the play. That's like a win right there on defense. When you hold the guy to 7, it's a W.
Sorry for my delay. I'm trying to get something cool set up for you guys. Our executive producer, Bill, made something cool. He's really good at that.
2nd down and 3, full house backfield here. Thomas trying to get the Ricebird defense to jump offside. Now they're going to call a play down. Looking at it. I'm calling zone read here. Let's see how they read it. There's the zone, and it goes up. He's following his blocker. Got stuffed. Gets up to the 41-yard line. That is going to be enough for a first down. So 4-yard gain on the play. So far, Lewis, 7 carries, 69 yards. Caden Thomas, 3 carries, 96 yards in this first quarter of action. 193 yards total for Hamburg right now. So we come up on 2 minutes to go. Thomas dropping back. He's going deep. Stuttgart is behind him, but oh my goodness, what a grab.
Wow.
There by Keavion Brown. And he's going to get all the way down to the 9-yard line. That's a huge gain, 32 yards on the pass. A nice catch by Brown, going up in traffic to go get it.
That was a really nice catch.
Huge. Nice play. Now we're at 1:43 and counting, and I think my prediction of 35 in the first quarter is going to happen. In fact, with this much time on the clock, it might get to 42 before it's all said and done. We'll figure it out here in just a moment. Who jumped first on that? Was it Stuttgart? It was Stuttgart. That's what they're going to call.
Move him halfway there.
So offsides on Stuttgart. That's going to get them a little bit closer. Lewis gets up behind his man. Nice job there. He's going to get down to about the 1, I believe. Is that where they're going to put him at? Maybe the 2. Just 2 yards on that one. Man, again, a win.
I mean, yeah, you got to take that as a win.
Second
what
down,
else you do?
2nd down and goal on the 2. Lewis, you got that Ashton Genty stance in the backfield. Mike Myers back there for the touchdown. 2 yards out. That is touchdown number 2. I don't know how many he's got on the season. Maybe somebody can let me know. Maybe somebody can let me know. And 20-14 here with 45 seconds left in the first with the PAT pending. Who do you think is winning 4A? We'll talk about that. I can't give you that right now. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'll have to take a look. Aguilar's kick is good. What I've got to see is how the matchups happen. That's what I've got to see. And you got a nice update, nice-looking update there. Cersei over BB in the second. There, Robinson leading Maumelle. Great job there by Harshaw. That's a great look there.
It really is. Good job, Bill. Ooh, Junction City 24-0 over Spring Hill.
Yeah,
wow.
that's really not a surprise there. 46 seconds to go. It's a 21-14 score in this 4A-8 championship game here.
Robinson just scored again.
Robinson's some dudes, man.
Yeah,
They're
are
some dudes.
Okay. See what? Drew Central 14-0 over Dumas.
Oh, wow.
Cersei's 14-6 over BB.
Here's the kick, and it goes through the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
That's just nuts. Both these kickers got pretty good legs. I got to give it to them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And so now Stuttgart comes out to the 20, 46 seconds to go. Quitman leads Salem 15-14 in the first. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Right?
At Salem.
Now, at Salem. Salem's wrapped up the conference. But anyway, here we go. Price looking downfield. Got the man on the little hook pattern there. Nothing big there. Going to get out to close to the 30-yard line. I think you're going to spot it on 28, so 8-yard gain on that play. Time is running here in the first quarter of action. You have seen some big-time offense so far, and I expect to see more of it as we go. That'll be the fourth pass catcher. Hall trying to run the outside zone. He gets across the line of scrimmage. They're going to spot it right at the 30. It should be, I think it's going to be enough for a first down. 8 seconds left here in the first. They're moving the chains. It is going to be enough for a first down. He got 2 yards on that.
That's all it takes.
That's it. Jamarian Horde was the receiver on that pass. Again, fourth pass catcher for Stuttgart. Price looking downfield, got Horde again. Nice little in route there. Gets to the 46-yard line. It's a 16-yard gain. That should bring us to the end of the first, unless they hustle up and try to run a play before then. And Horde getting into the mix here. 2 catches for 24 yards on this drive. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It has been an exciting one. It's been fun-filled. It's been everything that you thought it would be here at Hamburg. The 4A-8 championship game right now. It is Hamburg 21, Stuttgart 14. We'll be back in just a moment.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the best teams. We'll get to the ASN Classic in just a second. We've got second quarter action here. Price gets the snap. He steps up in the pocket. He's got Horde again. That's 3 catches in a row, and he runs over somebody to do it. And so that's going to be a 7-yard gain for Horde.
Mr. Price has good pocket awareness.
Yes, he does. And they do a good job of giving him a pocket.
Yep.
So, you know, as long as he gets that pocket, you know he's going to be able to make the throw. He's going to be able to deliver it for sure. Hey, make sure you're hitting the share button, guys. We got 116. There should be way more than that on this one. I know we're on the off channel, but come on.
3 likes, that's it. Come on, guys.
We're running this zone play. 2 running backs run into each other. That's the first carry for Keaton Byers. Keaton Byers gets
What's close
out
if
there.
they do?
Where are they going to spot this bad boy? Going to spot it on the 44. They're not moving it. I think they're going to call for a measurement.
Give me a good zoom in there, Chase. Chase does fantastic camera work.
Yeah,
as far as I'm
he's
concerned.
not even acting like he's rusty right now.
Nope. We've missed you, buddy. Glad to have you back.
Absolutely. Does such a good job. So here we go. We got a measurement here. Chase getting in on that measurement right now, looking at it. Boy, is it going to be a chain link short there? Can't really tell through the referee.
Yeah, no, he's got it. Knows the football. That's first down.
Nope,
What?
Nope. They're going to call it. That's a chain link short right there. So he got 3.999 yards on that play.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring up third down in .0001. I mean,
that's the only button Bill didn't give me is an inches button.
Right.
Come on, Bill, where you at, man?
sneeze. You can sneeze and get the first down here. And here we go. Third down and very short. Price looking at the referee. Not going to waste a lot of time. Here we go. And we've got a flag. Ooh, that's not what you want. And
Not
third
at all.
down and very, 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 very short. Who's it going to be on? That's the question. And it looks like offside, so it's going to be on Hamburg. Can't line up in the neutral zone, and if you do, it's a dead ball in high school. Dead ball offsides.
Yeah, Bill, rubbing it in on our chat. Aaron's killing it with the replays. So sorry, I'm not perfect today, Bill. Oh, wow.
Price looking back, throws a little hook route. Not much doing, but enough. They're going to get down to, I don't know, what is that? The 33-yard line there. That's going to bring up second down and 4, 6-yard gain on the play. They run the zone with Hall. Hall cuts it up, gets across the 30. I think he's going to be right at the 30, actually. Going to be a little bit short of that first down. I thought for sure he was going to get the 30, and then he kind of turned backward there. Didn't quite get the first down because of it. So third down and short once again. Not quite as short as the last time. They hand it off to Hall. Hall gets up. He's across the 30 down to the 25-yard line, real close to it. They're going to give him the 26, so that's where they'll get it. 4-yard gain for Hall.
Well, these Ricebirds go fast.
Yes, they do. Junction City up 32-0 on Spring Hill right now.
Wow.
This quarter's moving a little quicker. We're keeping it on the ground a little bit more here. Now Price pumping. He's trying to throw it deep. He slipped on the throw.
Bad.
Got hands everywhere. It's a touchdown anyway. Wow.
Amazing catch.
A great catch. He had a defender all over him. He scored anyway. And I'm trying to see the number on that fella. I believe it's 1, is it not?
2.
No, how about 7? That's
Oh,
Johnson. So 26-yard touchdown catch for Johnson. And we've got a 21-20 ball game.
Wow. Did you expect anything less?
No.
I didn't.
No, definitely not.
Wow, still no score. Atkins versus Mayflower. Wow.
I'm not surprised by that. That's a hard-hitting, old-fashioned. That's a head-knocking game right there.
Yeah,
for
it is.
Sure. Here's the kick, trying to tie it up. He gets it up. It's good. Let's go to our local sponsors if we can. Good. Appreciate you for joining us here. And we've got proud sponsors. We got Lawhan Logging. I know I messed that one up.
Lawhan Logging.
Right. We got Aga.
We love a logger.
Appreciate you guys for joining us here. Also, Knight's Auto Body and Towing, and then Yours and Vine, 101 North Cherry Street in Hamburg, Arkansas. Let's go to our Stuttgart sponsors. Appreciate you. At Edward Jones, they support the Ricebirds. Appreciate those guys. And then we've also got Farmers and Merchants Bank. Appreciate everybody for joining us here again. Share it out with your friends. Like it.
Only 6 likes. What's
Love
up with
it.
that? Y'all don't like this game?
Want some more of it?
Oh, stop. That's 1997.
Exactly. Somebody's going to win a conference championship for the first time in a while, either 2021 or 97. 97 is a lot longer than 2021,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Kickoff return, trying to get up. He does get up the field. Not going to get a touchdown, but he's going to get good field position here. And they're going to spot that ball on the 42-yard line. And to me, at this point, all that means is less stats.
Look, I'm sorry, but as a kicker, I'm kicking it out of bounds and taking a penalty every single time. I'm not kicking it to these guys.
Yeah. They do act like they're going to break one soon.
Yeah, just you get the feeling that one more step and they're gone.
I've got Hamburg right now with 12 carries, 169 on the ground, 3 of 5 through the air for 62, 29 total.
And Nakel's got, 86 of those yards on the ground?
Actually, Thomas has got more. And then rushing-wise for Stuttgart, 93, and then 115 through the air. Lewis running the outside zone. Breaks through a tackle. Good job of containment there.
They really strung
by the
out.
Ricebird defense there. Nice job. That's how you play defense right there. Nice job.
Well, they took a back one. Wow.
Yeah, 1 yard loss on the play. Man, I'll be honest with you. That's something that I teach my kids in Pee Wee football. Don't let them outside. Make them go inside. And that's where the help is at. Good job there by the Ricebird defense. String that one out a little bit. Second down and 11. Hadn't seen anybody go backward too much tonight. Lewis gets it again. Oh, nice play. That's a great play there by number 0.
That was a great form tackle.
Cordaro Barry. Nice job by Barry.
Well, I lost another one.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'd call that 2 right there. So the defense for the Ricebirds stepping up here. Big-time play here so far. And I'll say in this game, because the way the offenses are playing, one stop can be enough tonight. One stop can be enough. So third down, I'm going to say 13. It's really between 12 and 13 there. We'll call it 13. And we've got a timeout. Timeout Stuttgart. So let's take a quick one with them. It is 21-21. We've got 8:17 left in the first half. We'll be back in a moment. The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen. After a brief timeout, we're back.
Brief? That was way short for a timeout.
That is short.
What happened to a minute?
It is short for a timeout. 3rd and 13 on this play. Thomas now looking at the sideline. This is a big play in this ball game right now. They need this one.
10 seconds on the play clock.
Thomas calling for the ball. He does. He gets it. Drops back. Nowhere to go. He pulls it down. Gets across the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40.
Gosh.
Gets a nice block down to the 35, all the way down to the 30-yard line. 30 yards gained on the play. And I'll tell you what, you talk about Lewis, rightfully so, but Caden Thomas is fast, super fast. Not to say Lewis is not, but, man, these two in the backfield, something else. Caden Thomas, 4 carries for 126.
I want to know what their real 40 times are. That's what I want to know.
Well,
it ain't 4.4.
It's fast. It's fast. They're fast people. We'll say that. Lewis gets it. He had one man beat. I'm telling you right now, that 44 did a good job because that was a touchdown. Knox Hillman comes away with the tackle. That's an 8-yard gain on the play, but it could have been a lot worse right there for Stuttgart.
That's 8 yards fast.
It was, but I'm going to tell you, give Hillman a lot of credit, hanging on for dear life, because he breaks that tackle, it's over. It's a touchdown. I love Lewis with his Ashton Genty. In fact, looking at Lewis, he looks like Ashton Genty.
He's built up quite a bit like him.
Just like him. Got that Ashton Genty stance out there, straight
which
up.
I love.
Thomas pumps. He's got a man behind the defense.
Oh.
Threw it a little bit outside. He had the inside there. He'd have to put it on his numbers. They did have some double coverage. They were in cover 3 there. Really, Hamburg's not real complicated on their passing schemes right now. You kind of see where they're going before they even throw it. I mean, that being said, they've been doing their study as well. But pass is incomplete. That could have been a touchdown with the right throw. So third down and 2, and that was a good spot right there to take that shot. By the way. 2nd and 2. Handoff goes to Lewis. Oh, I think he got a face mask there. I think they might have missed that. And they're going to spot that. He got 1 on that play. Now, they've got a decision to make here because they've got a guy that can kick that field goal. But, man, field goal's not going to win this game.
No, Nakel got his head took off.
I'm not sure. I mean, it kind of looked like it to me. But, you know, I'm calling off wrong numbers out here. So, you know, I've got
his head did snap to the side.
I've got decent eyes, but I am 44 years old. I mean, you know, it is what it is. And they are going to go for it here. 4th down and short. They've loaded the backfield, H-backs, fullbacks, whatever you want to call it over there on the right-hand side. I think Thomas is going to take this one. He does. Gets up. He's got plenty of room. Getting close to the 15. They're going to spot him at the 17-yard line. And I believe that is a 5-yard gain for Thomas. Plenty of room there. And, you know, you just saw that. You had 2 H-backs in the backfield. You had Nakel Lewis as another blocker. You have to overload one side to even have a chance to stop that. There's just no way to stop that play, especially with the speed of Thomas in the backfield. Coming up on the 6-minute mark here, we're about halfway through the second quarter. Things have slowed down a little bit here in this quarter. I think both teams are really trying to be a little bit more methodical with the football. 1st and 10, ball on the 17-yard line. Thomas calling for the snap. Blitz coming off the left-hand side. I almost called him Genty. I seriously did almost call him Genty there. But Lewis gets up. He's going to get to the 12. That's going to be real close to a first down.
It's 1st and goal. It's a 7, man.
Yep. Oh, it's a 7. My bad. It is. So it gets all the way down to the 7. So that's a 15-yard gain. I swear I almost called the man Genty. He looks just like him. So ball on the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. They're looking back at the coach here. Again, Austin P. commit. I'm interested to see what kind of interest this man gets by the end of this year. Thomas gets it to Lewis. Lewis gets up, gets inside. He's going to get down. They're going to mark it.
That's a 3.
It looks like the 4. It looked like it went a little further than that, but it did go away from us. 15 carries, 97 yards. I feel like in some ways 15 for 97 is a win, you know. But the problem is Thomas is 5 for 131 right now. 288 total for Hamburg right now, with 440 and counting. And I feel like that this is a good strategy here by Hamburg. Slow this thing down some.
Yep.
Keep the football on the ground. Slow it down. Now they got the ball first, so a score here is not going to kill Stuttgart by any means. But we'll see what happens here. 2 men, 2 H-backs. They hand it off underneath. Lewis, can he get to the end zone? They don't give it a signal. He's down to the 1. So
it's a hard running in that right there.
So 3rd down and goal on the 1-yard line. Third down and 1. They're throwing the towel back, I guess. Not really making any bones about what they're doing here. I figure Thomas is going to run this off the left-hand side here. Oh, they ran a little zone read on it, a little different than what I thought. It's offside. That's half the distance there. Not much to worry about there. They were running zone read, but they were running Thomas to the side of the blockers. I mean, the ball is, it can't be, just looking at it, can't be 2 feet from the goal line right now.
It's not a foot from the goal line.
Right, it might not be. Chase getting in on that right now. I mean,
it's a half a football from the goal line.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. Definitely isn't 2 feet from the goal line. So here we go. 3rd down and goal. The ball on the 1-foot line. They hand it to Lewis. He gets up, gets in for the score. 1-yard touchdown run for Lewis. That's his 3rd of the game. 46 is the state record. I know he was pushing it. I wish I had gotten some stats before the game to know where he's at right now, but I don't know if he's going to get the rushing record tonight, but that touchdown record he might get.
It's spectacular.
Here's the kick. It's up. It's good. So with 3:10 left, it's 28-21. Hamburg with the lead. They did a pretty good job there of eating clock. I think that was a nice strategy. Here's the big deal right now, though. There's 3:10 left in this half. Stuttgart has shown that they can easily score within 3:10, right?
Yes, they have.
They get the ball back in the second half. This could be where the game turns in some ways. We'll find out. But right now, Stuttgart's in a good position, just down 7 with the ball and a chance to get the ball back after halftime. Hamburg's really going to have to stiffen up on the defensive side of the ball here.
Yeah, they are. It's just what a great game to start, though. Man, this is fun, man.
292 total yards for Hamburg, 208 right now for Stuttgart, but Stuttgart gets their opportunity.
I just realized that's 2 weeks in a row I've got to see some of the best teams in the 4A.
There you go.
Last week I got to see Dardanelle just do what they do.
Yep.
What a kick.
That kick's going to go in the end zone again. Once it goes in the end zone in high school in Arkansas, and I guess assume probably around the nation, it is a touchback. So ball will be on the 20-yard line. Nothing in the chat right now. Nothing. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, guys. What's the hubbub up? Let's go.
Is everybody nervous? That would be the question I'd have to ask you. If you're watching, if you're a Stuttgart or a Hamburg fan, are you nervous right now?
I would be.
I mean, if this is one of my teams, I would be, especially for the 4A-8, because there's a big difference in who wins this game and who loses this game as far as the playoffs go.
Big difference.
Cain Price calling for the snap. They're running a little bubble screen look. He steps up. He's got plenty of time. Steps through. He's going to get down to, well, they're going to spot this about the 23-yard line. Just 3 yards gained on that play. You know, Price is he weaves in and out of the defense a little bit when he's running. And we got a man down on the field. And that is Hamburg's number 48. And somewhere, I don't have him on the roster. Let me look at, I see that number right.
43.
What? 43. Thank you. And that is number 43. And I still don't have him on the roster. 42.
Hey. That's why.
David
Chase,
Harris.
you can talk to us, buddy.
Yeah.
We can hear you, man.
My fault.
You're good. Thank you. Hey, he's got better eyes down there with those young eyes that he's got.
I mean, I've only got one eye, so.
A little closer to the action and everything. I think we need a little help. He can bring it to us. I'm sure of that. Chase, you hanging in there, buddy? Everything good down there?
Yeah, it's not too cold. Just a little wind going. Just chilling.
He's out in front of the press box. We're in the press box right now. That's what happens when you're the young buck, though.
The first year we did this, I wasn't in the press box.
Right?
I got cold many a time.
Boy, that Ozark game, that was
brutal.
Here we go, 2nd down and 7. Price running a little speed option, gets up the field. He's across the 25. He's going to get close to the 29, I believe. That's where they're going to spot that. 6-yard gain for Price. And, you know, ideally, if you're a Stuttgart fan right now, you'd like to see your Ricebird score with about 0 on the clock.
Yes.
So, of course, we've watched the Razorbacks try that twice or 3 times this year, and it didn't work out very well at all.
Why'd you even bring that up?
Well, you know, it is what it is. Ball on the 29, 3rd and 1 here. Clock is running. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Hall. He's got it easily. Gets all the way to the 42. And that's a 13-yard gain for Hall.
Hard run there.
They run that inside zone pretty well tonight. 2:10 to go. Ball on the 42 now. Blocking it up well.
They added to the clock.
Empty backfield. Price rolling off to the left. He had 4 down on the left. And nothing fancy there. They get it to number 4 again. That's Horde. And I think Horde's going to have enough for a first down, or they call it out of bounds. Nope, out of bounds. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Guess he come down out of bounds. 1:56 now in the first half of play. If you like offense, this is the place for you tonight.
Facts.
28-21 is your score. Empty backfield. 4 up to the left. Once again, looks like they're running the same play. Price pulls it down across the 50. He's going to step out of bounds. They're going to spot him at the 49-yard line. And that's going to be a 9-yard gain on the play, I believe. Or is it? Well, if they spot him on the 49, that wasn't a first down.
That's first down. It's 48.
48. Okay, well, that is a first down. So he got 10 on the play.
Stop the clock, too.
Yep, 1:50 to go.
Got some unhappy fans in the stands. Don't know what they're unhappy about. I missed it.
The junior, they wanted a holding call, I think.
Oh, okay.
The junior has started his whole career from his freshman season on. Hands off to Hall. He's
what a
getting
tackle.
pretty good there. I think that's just going to be a 2-yard gain for Hall. And we've got a man down, I believe. Is that Hall? Yeah, it is. They got him up, got him off the field here. We've got, well, they're going to bring him right back here. Stoppage of play was not long. New running back for Stuttgart is number 11, Jeremiah Thomas.
We can't even get a minute break between
No, sir.
quarters.
No,
I mean,
sir.
man, they're going to shorten halftime today?
Man, it's just 8:03. As much offense as we've gotten, it's just 8 o'clock. I would not have expected that. 1:25 and counting. Price drops back. He's looking downfield, got plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, finds his outlet, and it gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. I think they're going to spot it on the 29, so a 17-yard gain there. Another big explosive play.
Great pass by Cain Price right there. Really was.
Yes, sir. Nice job by Price. I mean, he's got plenty of time. They're giving him time.
Does.
4 wide receivers again to each side. They're running this set quite a bit, just going from left to right. Get it to number 16 down to the 15-yard line. 16 is Hayden Prine again. I believe Prine was one that came up with that earlier reception there, the 17-yarder. Now they're all the way down to the 15. I tell you what, Hamburg's going to have to offer some resistance here. 1 minute to go. You do not want them to score. At least hold them to a field goal. And they're throwing a little screen pass. He gets up. He's going to get all the way down. That's a touchdown. I think he fell backside into the end zone. They're going to mark it at the 1, but Lord, his butt looked like it hit the goal line. And we got a timeout with 44 seconds to go. And the pass was complete to number 7, Quintarian Johnson. Johnson's had a nice game so far. Give him 14 on that play. Cain Price so far in the game, he is 11 of 16 for 160 through the air. Stuttgart's got 124 on the ground for 284 here so far in half number 1. Again, thank you for these fine sponsors, both Hamburg and Stuttgart.
Couldn't do it without you.
Man, I'm telling you right now, it just seems like this one is headed for who gets the ball last, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
100% who gets the ball.
I mean, that's just where we're headed with this one. Stuttgart's going to have the ball in the 1. Again, I just felt like maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I've been wrong before. My wife has told me that. She said, hey, you're wrong, buddy.
Often and loudly.
Right? Right?
Mine does the same.
We got some Monticello folks in here now. They're stirring it up. Big set. Price goes right up the middle. Touchdown. 1 yard out. Touchdown. Cain Price. And it is 28-27. PAT pending. My goodness. We've got a ball game here. We got a lot of people wanting holding. Monticello is the best football team in 4A.
Well, if Monticello is the best, you got to give us a like, Burton Rubber. Give us a like.
Thought you was going to kill him there.
Oh, no. If they're so great, like this stream right now.
41 seconds to go.
Share it out.
And the kick is up. It's good. So we got a tie ball game here at 28-28 with 41 to go. And how many timeouts does Hamburg have? 2?
Yes, 2 and 2.
You got to go for it. You got to go
100%.
for it. Got to see if you can make something happen. Too much speed in the backfield. If you like what you see so far on the screen, give us a Cash App, AR Sportsnet.
Buy us a cup of coffee.
Buy us a cup of coffee. We will give you a shout-out if you do. Appreciate you. If you like what you see, help us get to Buffalo Wild Wings. The nearest Buffalo Wild Wings has got to be in Monroe, Louisiana, though. We're not going that direction.
It's not that far from here.
It's a whole lot closer than Little Rock is, that's for sure. A long way down here. We enjoy being down here, though.
Yeah, we do.
Justin especially.
Yep.
His heart starts pounding. He's happy to be in South Arkansas.
For me, it's as soon as I see that Prescott sign on the interstate. You know.
We got Bracy Wilkerson from Star City watching right now. He says, no mistakes yet. That's true. No mistakes yet.
Shout out to Star City. My boy Jake Lee coaches there.
Yeah.
Pottsville native.
Love Jake, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. No sports. His
Yep.
dad, he learned from one of the best.
And here's a short kickoff. Going to be fielded. Got to get up to the 25, to the
Get out of
30,
bounds.
and that is going to be all she wrote there. And that's Charles Mooney. Mooney's the one getting the lion's share of the returns here.
I wouldn't be kicking a Nykel Lewis either.
Bracy says he's not liking this game too much because he's a defensive guy. I mean, if you're a defensive guy, you might want to maybe turn your eye, turn it away, maybe turn it off. I don't know.
Mary Lauhan, I hope I say that right, from I'm assuming one of our sponsors,
Yeah.
saying, let's go Hamburg.
Yep.
Spelled go wrong, though.
Not down here. 34 seconds to go. Thomas looking at the sideline, changing the play here. Ball on the 31-yard line. Thomas steps up in the pocket. He is going to be brought down, and it looks like that's going to be a couple yards lost there. With 25 seconds to go, maybe 1 yard loss on the play. And Hamburg not really in any kind of hurry to run another play here. Where it looks like they might run one more. 12 seconds to go. Thomas steps up again. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's trying to get by the defense. Gets across the 40 down to about the 44.
I say fumble.
He did, but he's down.
Yeah, young man's
They're
hurt.
going to pick him up. He's down. I guess the fumble was for real. It was a 15-yard gain on the play. Time ran out at the half, and it looks like we're going into halftime. So give us a few minutes. Let us get things together, and we'll bring you stats and analysis here at the half. We appreciate you joining us here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Been a fun one to watch, especially if you like offense, unlike Bracy. It's 28-28 here as we go to halftime. I don't think I expected anything else. So with that being said, we're going to get some stuff together. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of high school football. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back here on the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of high school football. It has been a great offensive display here, 28-28. Here it has, like I said, I feel like I got what I bargained for tonight. Oh, man, we got a lot of back and forth going on right now. Hamburg coming for that ring. Well, let me just tell you something again. People have been saying, hey, who's going to win the 4A? Of course, I think they want us to say Stuttgart. They want us to say Hamburg or whatever. But we're going to say, join us on our playoff preview. That's what we're going to say. And you got to go over to the other YouTube on ASN on Wednesday night. We're going to have that. And that's going to be a members-only thing. So you want to make sure that you join us here on this. It's going to be an awesome time. You also need to look at that total yards there as well.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, what was it again?
285. Well, let's give you some stats while we got an opportunity to do that.
There we go.
And here we go. 125 through the ground for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. 160 through the air and 285 total. 306 yards. Hamburg on the last run there actually went over 300. 246 on the ground. The 1-2 punch of Thomas and Lewis are really tough to stop.
Yeah, they are.
Lewis has 101 on 17 carries, and Thomas has 7 carries for 145 tonight. He's having a game. He's having a game for sure. 306 total, 60 through the air, and Keavion Brown is the one that is the recipient of all of those yardage. There at 3 of 6 for 60 yards is Thomas. 4 yards, 24 yards, and 32 yards for Brown on his catches. Stuttgart, they have got 4 guys that are catching the football right now. Dawson McKelvey has 18 yards. We've also got Quaterian Johnson. He's got 3 catches for 48 in the first half. Jeremiah Jackson, 2 for 28. We've got Jamarion Horde right now with 4 for 57 and a touchdown. And then we've also got number 16, Hayden Prine, 2 for 31 here in the first half. Cain Price with 1 touchdown. Actually makes that 2 touchdowns on the ground. And Tyquan Hall with 1. Hall, 11 carries for 55. Price, 9 carries for 66. 66. So, with that said, that's the stats for right now. So here's the deal. We're going to take a break. You need to get this out to your friends. I don't know of any other game right now that's playing for a conference championship. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
So, that said, again, appreciate you joining us. Let's get our local sponsors in while we got a chance to do that. And then we're going to take a break ourselves, and we're going to go maybe grab a little drink, everything. We got everything good going on right now. Appreciate the local sponsors here. We've got Lawhon, and I'm telling you, I know I'm not doing very well with that name. Logging. Somebody didn't tell me. I need to know that name. I know that Taylor Lawhon is in Mary Lawhon. How am I saying that? You guys are in this thing right now. Appreciate you for being a part of our sponsorship team tonight. We've got Ag Up Equipment. And they've got the Arkansas and Mississippi symbols in there. Oh, wow. I said it right. Wow.
Oh, sweet. We got it right.
Holy cow. Thank you, Mary. I just have to say right now, I want to thank God. I want to thank my mother. I want to thank my father. I just can't believe it. And then for the Ricebirds, Edward Jones.
What's that?
And we've got, they support the Stuttgart Ricebirds. And then we've also got Farmers and Merchants Bank.
Speaking of Lawhon Logging,
Yeah, right.
appreciate it. We just got something from you.
Anyway, we're going to take a break. Hang in there. You see our score updates up there at the top right now. Got Robinson at 35-0 over Maumelle. That's in the Mercy Rule, or will be at halftime if things don't change. Junction City at half, 39-0. We've also got, what else we got here?
Mayflower Atkins, 7-6. What a
Okay.
game there, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that one at all. That one is absolutely expected there. Mayflower Atkins at 7-6. I'm looking a little bit behind you. What was that Desart McCrory game? Let's see here. It'll come up on my side.
I think Desart was up.
14-8. Desart up. And that's got playoff implications all over it now, especially with the ineligible players in that conference that have been playing. So a lot of things happening there. Great score update. I love this. I love that function
Bill did
right
a spectacular job, man. We got Bill. He is all the way up in Missouri.
Right.
he wishes we wouldn't say that, but he has to drive down his driveway to go into Missouri, from Arkansas, go into Missouri just to go back into Arkansas. Right. It's kind of weird, but we say Missouri. He's long. It's about as far away you can get from us right now.
Drew Central big.
Wow.
And that one that's a big. That's got a lot of implications on that. Parkview over Fairview right now, 12-7. Got bands going, getting ready to play.
Great night for football. It's just weird being Thursday night.
Equipment still over Salem. Wow. All right. Well, listen, we're going to leave that score update up. Let's mute us and let's take a break. And we'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of high school football. We'll see you in a few minutes. Rory just scored.
I thought he was just talking to
Arkansas Tech University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
At Van Horn Welding, every project starts with hard work and pride in what we build. Our licensed team combines experience and teamwork to bring strong ideas to life. From big jobs to small details, we put care into every weld, every cut, every connection. Because we're more than a company. We're a family right here in Arkansas, serving our neighbors with skill, honesty, and commitment. Van Horn Welding, building strength, building community.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Welcome back in to Hamburg, and we've got Stuttgart getting ready to receive the second half kickoff, and it's 28-28 still. Last time I checked, nobody scored at halftime, so we're getting ready as Mr. Aguilar is going to kick off here. Here's the kick, and it goes into the end zone. Nothing new there. The world is still spinning like it should.
Look, I think that both of these young men might have futures, and might not be D1, but they got legs on them.
I'll tell you what, they definitely got good legs. Like I said, I feel like I saw Aguilar kick it from 53 in warm-up, so he's got the ability there. Well, Stuttgart comes out with the opportunity to take their first lead of the night, and if it goes anything like it did in the first half, they will. Defense has got to tighten up here in the second half, Justin.
Yeah, it does. Both squads.
Both sides. We're running a little pop pass. Pop pass goes to Johnson. Johnson picks up a few yards there. Got to spot that on the 24-yard line, 4-yard gain on the play. Johnson, 4 catches, 52 yards so far in this ball game. 5 wide now for Stuttgart. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Calling the jet sweep again. They fake it. They're looking downfield. Price comes up with a throw. Nice throw. Gets out to the 36-yard line there, and that's going to be a 7-yard gain. That's actually going to be a 12-yard gain and enough for a first down.
Boy, Cain's got a good arm.
Yes, sir, he does. He's really got one. Of course, his dad, again, played at Arkansas Tech University.
Yeah, he comes about honest.
Good quarterback. So, yeah, this is nothing new. His mother also very good athlete at Hector.
Oh, who's his mom?
I'll tell you that in just a second. 3-yard gain on the play for Cain Price. His mother is the former Susie Clifford.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So he comes from good stock.
Yeah. Got us.
Slim says, we're going to win tonight. Let's go Birds. There we go, 2nd down and 7 now. Throwing to the outside, nothing fancy. They're really not doing anything that unstoppable by any means.
Flag down.
Flag down on the play, and it's coming back, I believe, where they've got it. Probably a holding call on that side. Is going to be a holding call. So what was a big gain turned into a not much of a gain and then a penalty after that. So it's a 10-yard penalty. And that's going to move them all the way back to the 33-yard line.
That's 2nd and 13, I think.
2nd down and 13. They're in a soft cover 2 shell here. Price steps up in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. Gets it down here to number 2. Plenty of room to go. He's getting across the 40, across the 35, down to the 30, and it looks like they're going to spot him at about the 28-yard line.
Look, that play finished off with some great downfield blocking by the wide receiver from Stuttgart.
And that was a 50-yard gain on the play there. And, you know, again, I've got to see a little bit more aggressiveness here out of Hamburg defensively, especially. You've got to try to figure out a way to get some pressure. It's not a lot of pressure right now in the backfield or in the front line.
Great shovel pass.
Shovel pass to Hall. Hall across the 20, down to the 15. It gets down to about the 13-yard line, I believe. That's going to be another first down.
That young man is strong.
Now Hall, he went out injured. Comes back. He gets a 13-yard gain there. Cain Price, 229, make that 242 now. 16 of 21 for 242. 13 yards on the last play. 3 wide receivers, actually make it 4 to the top. 1 singled up to the left-hand side there. I was going to say, they got to look left. He's got it. That was a decent defense there. Tough catch. Don't know if he could have got one inbounds there. And it's going to bring them 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Yeah, Cain's a good basketball player. He joined us in the ASN Classic last year.
Yeah, he did. He was fun to watch.
Good player there for Stuttgart. Gets that from his mama. Well, his mama was a good basketball player.
Yes, she was. She really was.
His grandpa is in the Russellville Hall of Fame as a basketball player.
Yeah.
Very good. Price pulls it down, little quarterback draw, trying to bounce it outside. He's going to get there.
Oh, my.
And he's going to get it.
Got it.
That's a touchdown.
Wow.
13-yard run for Cain Price, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds have taken their first lead of the ball game at 34-28.
That was a very determined run by Cain Price right there.
Big-time run there by quarterback for the Ricebirds, Cain Price. Touchdown, 9:53 to go here in the third. Stuttgart with their first lead, 34-28, pending PAT. Here we go. There's the PAT. It's up. It's good. 35-28. We want to thank Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, Tyson Foods, Premier Facilities Group, and Metcalf Trucking for making this possible. They are our major sponsors. If you'd like to be a major sponsor, you see what's on the screen, you like it, join us today in our sponsorship group.
Be happy to have you.
Absolutely. We got Danielle Holiday says CP3, the man. And Slim, he says Lions in trouble. We'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Whole lot of football game left to play here.
You see that cash tag on the screen as well. Cash tag AR Sportsnet will give you a shout out here. 8:40 is the time. 9:53 is left here in the third. And it's tricky. Says a lot of game left. I agree, sir. A lot of game left. There's a lot to be had still. Somebody's got to come up with a defensive stop tonight.
Yep.
We'll see. The one team that does may be the winner. That may be it. That may be enough. Little squib kick. Is it going to make it to the end zone? Boy, that got close.
Yeah, it did.
That got close. I thought it was going to lose the momentum there. Daniel Holiday says a lot of game left. Yes, it is. A lot of game left. I agree.
So Brad often says that he can't take me anywhere without running into somebody that I know. And it's the truth. We're 3.5 hours away from home. I don't know anybody here, and I'm walking up the stand and somebody hollers my name, and there's my buddy Clayton Nichols from Pope County, Arkansas. Down here, he is the pastor at Trinity Free Will Baptist Church over in Milo. So shout out to my buddy Clayton.
All right. Well, there you go. And it is true, Justin, you do know a lot
It's ridiculous.
A lot of people. I do too. It's interesting. You might beat me, though. I'm not sure. Lewis gets the ball, goes up the middle there. Not a whole lot doing there. I think maybe a 3-yard gain on that.
Yep.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. They're doing a decent job of keeping Lewis hemmed up. It's Thomas that's giving him the most trouble, and that makes a lot of sense considering that you're really kind of selling out to stop Lewis. Thomas is the one that kind of breaks you right now.
Bill Harshaw said he likes what he sees on the screen. Well, where's our cash at, buddy?
Little fake on the outside zone. Pulls it
Slipped a
down.
bit.
Not much doing there. And I believe that's a loss of 1 on the play. And bring up 3rd down and 8 now. Man. Now this is getting interesting right here. Getting interesting.
Ricebirds are stepping up their defense.
Making a few adjustments here and there. The winner of this game gets a bye in the first round of the playoffs. It will not play until next week. The loser of this game, I'd have to go back to the bracket. I've looked at it before. They'll get a home game. I just don't know who they'll be hosting. Likely trip to Dardanelle in the 2nd round. Lewis gets it, goes up the middle. He's got some room, gets out to the 40-yard line. That was a big run at a big time there for Michael Lewis. 17-yard game for Lewis. He's got 121 on the ground now. And it's 1st and 10 ball on the 40-yard line.
Can't count him out.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. He's a big timer for sure.
McCrory took the lead, 16-14 over Desert.
Yes, sir. That's a big game over there in Prairie County right now. Handoff goes up the middle, getting a little bit of push. There is the offensive line for Hamburg. I know Lewis gets a lot of that credit, but you got to have an offensive line.
You do.
If you're going to be successful on the ground, as they are. So 125 on the ground now for Lewis. Again, I wish I'd had the stats come in the game and know how close he was to the record. He's pushing the record right now at 32-32. 32-32 is the record, and 46 touchdowns. I know he's pushing that one. Thomas pulls it down, try to get rid of it. He does get rid of it, gets it out to number 7 there. That's Mooney. Mooney gets out to the 50-yard line. That's going to be real close to a 1st down, depending on the spot. Should be a 1st down.
Yeah, they give it to him. Oh, no, they did not.
It's 4th down. I feel like that's a close one. That's a close one.
Yeah, they're going to review that one.
So Mooney picks it up. We got a timeout they're moving it now. They are going to give him a 1st down. I mean, the ball was right on the 50-yard line, nose of the football, and they gave it to him. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down. It's a big play there. Big play. So Hamburg resets the downs. Thomas, loaded backfield. Here's zone read coming on this play. Outside zone. Gets out. Stuttgart, I give them a little credit here. They're doing a pretty good job against the zone. They're making them work for it a little bit more. It's not just run and no pressure off it. What we got?
Nakel tied it. That last touchdown he scored. He tied the touchdown record, so he needs one more to own it.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
well, there
Mary.
you go.
Appreciate it.
You can watch that right here on Arkansas Sports Network history if it happens here. You can see that right here on ASN.
Appreciate that info, Mary.
Thomas avoids the rush. Boy, look at how quick that kid is. Nothing doing really, though, on the gain. Not much there, if any at all.
I think he got right back to the line of scrimmage.
Nothing gained on the play. Tell you what, Stuttgart is tightening up a little bit here.
They knocked out the down and distance.
3rd down and long now. I think they did lose one on that play.
They did, yeah. Big down right here.
So Lewis has tied the record for rushing touchdowns in a season, 46 by Jalen Dupree. He is now at Colorado State.
Timeout.
Having a pretty good year at Colorado State, I might add.
Yeah, he is.
So we got a timeout. Hamburg will take one with them. It's 35-28 Stuttgart. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
So here we go. We got 3rd down and 9. Ball is on the 49. Got to get down to the 40-yard line, and I would say 2-down territory here, just by the way the defense has been tonight. You've got to keep moving the football. Got to keep going. Thomas, straight run, quarterback sweep here. Gets to the outside. Gets across the 45 to close to the 40. Where are they going to spot it?
Right at it.
At the 40. Should be enough for a first down. 9-yard gain. You saw as soon as he got outside of the defensive end, that play was over.
Man, he's fast.
Yeah, it was over. At that point in time, once he got outside the defensive end, no way. No way at all. And that's where Hamburg is really going to cause problems in the playoffs, is not just Lewis's ability to run, but Thomas's ability to run as well. And how are you going to stop that, especially in a zone read look? First down and 10 here for the Lions. They hand it off. Little counter play. Gets up behind the blockers. He's going to get close to a first down. He's going to spot it on the 31. So it's going to be a 9-yard gain for Lewis. That's the best run he's had in a few runs. Really, when you look at Lewis's, gosh, I mean, he's had some good runs tonight, 22, 16, 12, 15, and 17, but a lot of 1s and 2s and -1s and -2s and 4s. So, I mean, Stuttgart is doing what they can do, but he's still got 136 on the ground.
Yeah.
22 carries, 136 now for Lewis. Trying to set the state record for touchdowns. Thomas steps up. He steps up in the pocket. He's got room across the 25 to the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Easily enough for a first down. Actually, you're going to mark it at the 16. So that's going to be enough for a first down there. 15-yard gain for Thomas. And again, how do you stop it? How do you stop it?
I don't know.
I think number one, I feel like if you're defense, you got to blitz. You got to blitz. You got to show pressure, try to make them beat you through the air. 1st and 10, Thomas. Now they're looking at the sideline. Thomas calling for the snap. He drops back. Little short pass, slant, nice throw. Mooney gets it inside the 10 down to, or the 5 down to the 3-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain. Good throw and catch there. It's a 1st down and 10. Actually, 1st down and goal now. Could we watch it right here? The record. Could it be the record setter here? If all we know is,
well, I hope so. It'd be fun.
46 touchdowns for Lewis right now. Can he set the record? We're about to find out. And off goes to Lewis. He's got to bounce outside. That's going to be it. That's the record.
Wow.
Michael Lewis breaks the all-time state record for rushing touchdowns with his 47th touchdown on the year, and he brings the Lions within 1 point at 35-34.
That's spectacular. Wow.
What an unbelievable season that Nykel Lewis has had. One of the greatest seasons in Arkansas football history, and he just knocked out the record by Jalen Dupree. And there's a kick. It's up. It's good. And it is tied at 35. What a run by Lewis. And I'm talking about the season.
Yeah.
what a season that he has had. 47 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Dupree, in fact, the D3 Auto Sales MVP, a lot of it was created because of Jalen Dupree in that season.
Yeah.
We had, and they just announced it. He has broke the record. Jalen Dupree, a redshirt freshman now at Colorado State. Can we call that the Pac-12 right now? Whatever it is,
might as well.
He is having a good year there. And he set the record 3 years ago. And it was now broken by Nykel Lewis.
Just spectacular.
Onside kick, nice job there by Stuttgart to be ready for it. They almost got him on it. Leaves a short field. So now the ball will be spotted on the 47-yard line. First down and 10, tied at 35 with 4 minutes and 56 seconds to go. And we saw history tonight. You got to think there's more to come with Lewis. Again, not knowing the yardage total right now. He's got 136 on, actually make it 139 on the night.
Shovel pass again to Hall.
Another shovel pass.
Every time they do the shovel pass, it's 12 yards.
Well, I mean, what do they do that isn't 12 yards? There's a lot of 12-yard gains.
Look, I see 146 people watching right now, but only 12 likes over there. That's a bad imbalance.
Price pulls it down. He's down to the 35 to the 30, and I mean, they just move it so efficiently here. They're going to spot it at the 30. That's an 11-yard gain for Price, and that's enough for a first down. Price now approaching 100 yards on the game himself. 12 carries, 93 yards. So 35-35 as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter in what will be the conference championship game here. Ball thrown out to the flank. Catch is by number 4 there, which is Jamarion Horde. Horde picks up about 6 on that play. Picking up second down and 4. You see history on ASN. That's why you got to tune in. You got to see it. We try to bring it to you if we get a chance to. That's one of the reasons why we came down here. Price pulls it down. Oh, he's going to go all the way. Touchdown.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that effort back there, the tackling effort wasn't great right there. And that's a 24-yard touchdown run. Price now over 100 yards. Thomas had him eyed up, and he just didn't put him down. And listen, you got to be a man to tackle. I'm not going to lie. You got to be a man to tackle. But this is what the game is all about. A friend of mine and I were talking about this very thing. Tackling isn't what it used to be. And while we love to see offense, we do. It's fun. Like to see tackling a little bit too. 42-35 is your score after the extra point being good there. Stuttgart has the lead, and it is we're on pace for what, 70 here?
Yeah, right about that, yeah.
I don't know if it's quite 70. I'd say it's
60s at least.
63.
65.
63, 56 maybe. Kind of what we're on pace for right now. Somebody's got to make a stop at some point right now. Hamburg on the back end of it. We talked about it before the half that Stuttgart had the opportunity to score before the half and then get the ball back and score. Now they've scored 2 touchdowns in the second half. They got 42 points here with 3:30 to go in the third. They took advantage of everything they've gotten so far tonight. 436 total yards for the Ricebirds, 383 for the Lions. See score updates at the top of the screen. Junction City finishes 9-1 on the season. 2A-3 conference champions. There's a little short kick. And that is number 0 trying to weave his way through the defense of Stuttgart, J. Sean Goodwin.
Good return.
Definitely good return there. So, Hamburg, there we go. We'll get it right here in just a second. We'll start on the 41-yard line. Right now, the only thing that these short kicks are doing is keeping stats down.
Yeah.
One stop might do it. Mayflower leads Atkins 20-6. Wow. Wow. Wow.
That's
big.
It is. I didn't expect that at all.
Drew Central. Dumas loses last week and right now in bad shape this week. Lewis trying to follow his blockers, gets popped. My goodness. Gets popped. Ball popped out, but they blow it dead. And that's going to be a 3-yard gain for Lewis. We've got a stoppage in play here. We talk about tackling. And that was a tackle right there.
Yeah, it was.
And that was a hit. And going off the field is number 62, Carmelo Minter, 5'10", 195-pound defensive lineman. Second down and 7 now. Thomas throwing it out to the flank. He's got his receiver.
Just short of the first down.
Yep, try to see number 3 there. Colt Tubbs on the reception. That's a nice name. I love that name, Colt Tubbs. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain. So 3rd down and 1. Heavy set now for Hamburg. 2 wide receivers, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. 2 H-backs in the backfield. Thomas going to take it. Gets up the field across the 50. Nice job on the backside coming for the tackle. And that was number 50, Trey Phillips. That's enough for a first down, though. A 3-yard gain on that play, but it was enough. That's all they needed. Ball on the 48-yard line now. Hamburg approaching 400 yards total, 395 now. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. One split out pretty wide on the top side. They run a little zone read. We got a flag coming in. Ball's going to go down to the 44-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain, but we've got a hold, I believe. Is that what they called there? It's going to be a spot foul. So they'll move that thing back 10. That's not good.
Moved it back 9.
Going all the way back. Back into Hamburg territory. So ball all the way back to the 43. It's 1st and 20 now. First down and 22 minutes to go in the 3rd. Hamburg a little bit backed up, kind of against the wall here. Running the outside zone. Lewis finds a seam. Gets all the way out to the 44-yard line. And that is an 11-yard gain there. Nice play. Good run there by Lewis. Lewis 25 carries now for 153.
Bill's got a video a minute for us clip to that Nykel Lewis record-setting touchdown.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Awesome to be a part of something like that.
Mary says, for some reason, other broadcast pops up on YouTube. Yeah, because we own them both. Wow.
And that one's going to be a short loss on that carry here. I feel like Stuttgart is adjusting enough right now that they're flirting with a stop. But you got to get them twice in a row here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 broadcasts going. We got Desark and McCrory right now, and we've got this one.
Mary likes ours better.
Well, I understand. I understand. Here we go, 3rd down and about 6 to go. Is that what you got, 6, 7?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord, I just said 6, 7. God, I promise. I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Ball snapped high. Thomas puts it down on the ground. That is a huge play. Ball goes all the way back to the 48-yard line, and they've got a punt, and that might be enough. Holy cow. Huge play, and the first punt of the day is coming at you. Tough, tough play right there. Thomas didn't have any choice but to fall on that. And that is the end of the 3rd. And we've got a score of Stuttgart at 9-0, trying to remain undefeated. They're trying to win the 4A-8, get the bye, and set themselves up for a playoff run. Hamburg calling it together. We'll come back here in a moment. You're watching high school football on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com.
Back here with 4th quarter action, and right now the Hamburg Lions have got their backs against the wall.
It's Ricky saying we should come to Hamburg more often. We would. It's 3.5 hours away, bro.
Hey, we might do it. We might do it.
Yeah, look, I'm not against it at all. I would like it here.
Hey, big games, man. That's where we're at. We're at big games. That's why you should be a part of the Arkansas Sports Network right then and there, because if it's a big game, especially 4A and below, we're here.
So before this kicks off, I said I'd ask about this when we were driving into town. What's with the pretty painted armadillos? Like, I thought it'd be lions, not armadillos. Can somebody tell me what's going on with that?
That's interesting.
I'd appreciate that. I was just so confused when we got to town.
We got the offense back out here now on 4th and 14. Huge play in this ball game. 4th and 14. Thomas dropping back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He can get that with his legs. They've got a spy on him. He throws it deep. And it's out of bounds.
Wow.
Great effort there by the players for Hamburg. Coming down with the ball was number 3, Colt Tubbs, but it was out of bounds after he caught it.
Man, that's tough.
Huge play in this ball game. Huge play in this ball game. We have our first defensive stop of this game, and Stuttgart now is trying to go up 2 scores. Huge. Huge play. And now Hamburg has got to find a way here.
Turnover, stop, something.
They got to do something good. Cain Price calling for it. First play. They're running him off tackle. That's a big play in the backfield.
Big stop.
They needed that one. And Price, looks like they're going to mark it basically at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain there.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Best defensive play we've seen so far from Hamburg. Try to get that young man's number here in just a moment. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 48. Price calling for the snap. He gets it. Drop it straight back. Looking downfield. And he throws it. Is it short? Do they catch it? What do we got?
That's a catch.
What do we got? They caught it. That's an 8-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 2 now.
Out of boos. It was a catch.
That was a big play. Big play there. And that's the thing that they've been trying to get. They've been trying to make those plays all game long, and they've been able to do just enough. Handoff goes to Hall. He's going to be stopped, but they're going to get the first down on it. 3-yard gain by Hall, and that's enough for a first down. Hall's got 12 carries, 58 yards, 4.8 per carry. What you got?
Bill said we need to fix our subscriber count on ASN High School.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see that. We have 666 subscribers on ASN High School. Can you please, somebody, change that for us? We would appreciate it.
I got an answer.
What's up?
World famous Armadillo Festival every year.
Okay.
It's a first week in May. I don't know about that one. I normally go to the World Championship State Cook-Off over in Magnolia.
Okay.
Yum, yum.
1st and 10, ball on the 37. Huge time in this ball game. Price looking. He's trying to get outside. He does get outside. He's going to pull it down. He's going to step out at the 35, and I think we got a hit. May have been late there. Boy, they got away with one. There. Oh, no.
Come in late.
Come in late. Boy, if you're going to throw it, you got to throw it earlier than that because, I mean, it's either a flag or it's not. He threw it very late. That's a 2-yard gain, but it looks like you're going to be able to tack 15 on top of that.
Boy, it was so close. I mean.
Oh, I think they should have threw it. It feels like that they should have threw that. But with that being said, you can't throw it so late. Now the referees are converging.
Yeah, we'll get another look at it real quick.
Yep. That ball, personal foul, 15 yards. Again, I feel like it was the right call, but I feel like they waited too late. And then you had the back judge come in and throw it. And you got it right there, I think. That's it. We're watching it again. Yeah, you got to get your hand off him. He was way out of bounds at that point. And any hand, you're going to get a flop, and that might have been a flop, but it was out of bounds. You got to get away from him. Stuttgart driving now, 42-35, ball on the 20-yard line. Got to get our locals in here in a moment. Little zone read action. Price comes out with it.
Straight up the field tackle.
Maybe 2 on the play there. Uh-oh. Is he hobbled a little bit? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, he is hobbled a little bit. That is not good. That's not good at all. He's trying to walk it off right now. 2-yard gain for Price. We've got a stoppage in play. I think they're
the Hamburg player, the guy who tackled him. He's down. Both of them got banged up there. Probably, maybe knees hit something. I'm not sure, but I hope they're both okay. We'll take a break.
Let's take a quick one.
You belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind. Offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
We've got injured players coming off the field here. Number 11 for Hamburg is Aiden Robinson. Robinson walking off the field. Price kind of still working that ankle out just a little bit. He's
a little ginger.
Yeah, a little ginger there for sure. Tough kid, though.
Yep.
So we got second down, and what are we calling that, 7 or 8?
It's 8.
Okay, second down and 8. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Hamburg's got to find something in them, but right now even, Stuttgart's in field goal range. Running a little bubble action. He's got plenty of time. He's got a man behind the defense.
Flag on the play.
We got a flag. That's probably going to be a hold there.
Yep.
Incomplete pass. I'll tell you what, just look at all of the time the kid has. I mean, he has got so much time. I guess when you hold, you do that. But I'm not saying they're holding every time. I'll just say that right now. They've got plenty of time. You cannot give a kid like Cain Price that much time. What do we have here?
Let's hold.
Okay. All right. All right, here we go. They're marking it off. We got five penalties now for Stuttgart, 45 yards. Penalties have been hindrance to Hamburg tonight, 6 for 60.
2nd and 18.
If Hamburg's going to make anything happen, right now is the time to do it. Price rolling out to the left. Again, plenty of time. He pulls it down, and he's going to be rode out of bounds there. Uh-oh. They got to try to help him up. He's getting beat up a little bit. I think that's just a gain of about 2 on the play there. But again, Stuttgart's got the field goal kicker right now that could give them a 10-point lead.
They do.
If something good doesn't happen. With Price hobbled as he is, I'm not sure he can run for this first down, which his legs have been a problem all game long. 5 wide, trips to the right.
Sorry about the camera, folks.
Dropping back, he's got plenty of time, steps up in the pocket. He is going to run, and he's just trying to prove me wrong at this point. Gets down to the 16, not going to be enough for a first. So, I'm sorry, the 14. So now, decision time. 12-yard gain there for Price. Decision time, they're going to bring out the field goal kicking team. Right now, try to give them a 2-score lead. You got to say that this is some sort of win for Hamburg at least. And then, of course, if he misses this, it could be a major win. Left-footed kicker on the left hash. 9:23 left in this 4A-8 championship game. Call for the snap. Here's the hold. It's up, and it's good. Right down the middle. And he knocked it through. All of the pressure on him, and he knocked it through just like you thought he would. That was a 31-yard field goal, and he did it like it was nothing.
Yeah, that boy's got a future.
That was a great – hey, with conference championship on the line there, at least as of right now, that's a pretty big kick.
Very big kick.
Pretty big kick there. Let's get our locals in real quick if we can. Appreciate everybody for helping us out. You guys are awesome. Lawhon Logging. I said it right. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate that. Appreciate them for being a part. 45-35. Ag up is your score. Ag up is your score. 45-35 is your score. Ag up is your sponsor. Yours and Vine, 101 North Cherry Street, and Knights Auto Body and Towing. We'll get. We got the proud sponsors of Stuttgart up there, Edward Jones and Farmers and Merchants Bank. Appreciate them for being a part of us. Can't do it without you. Little squib kick. Uh-oh. Mishandled. He goes back to the 10, picks it up, gets across the 15 to the 20, turns it up 25 to 30, 35 to 40, and that turned into a pretty good return there.
Spectacular. Man.
Now up 2 scores. If Hamburg gets a stop here, if Stuttgart gets a stop here, could be trouble. Hamburg's got to score. With 9:06 left, Hamburg's got to find something inside of them here. 45-35. We also know that Hamburg's got quite the kicker of themselves, so they're going to be fine there. If they have to kick that field goal, they've got the opportunity to make it. But right now, you've got to be thinking touchdown.
Oh, 100%.
2 wide receivers down here to the right. Thomas calls for motion, a little jet sweep.
Big hit.
Yep. They snuffed it out pretty good there. That is a pass. There's a 3-yard reception there on that little pop pass to Keavion Brown.
I'll give him 4, actually.
We'll give him 4. Okay. We'll give him 4 too. Why not? So 2nd down and 6 now. Hamburg's got to be moving quick. And to Lewis. Lewis trying to pop out. He gets up inside, trying to push his block outside. I tell you what, Stuttgart has done a really good job of stringing the runs out. They're doing a fairly decent job of fitting the run right now, and they're making Lewis earn these yards that he's getting. There's not a lot of freebies right now. So whatever adjustment they've made since early in the first quarter, they've done a good job. He's not scoring touchdowns every time he touches it. It's enough for a first down, but I'm telling you, that was a good job by the defense of Stuttgart. He got enough, but it was just enough. 27 carries, 158 for Lewis. But, man, when you're averaging 250 a game or more, you've done a pretty good job on a guy. Throwing in the hole in the zone, it's overthrown. Got to be careful there. Gets locked in on one guy. Right now they had a double team on him in that zone. And, I mean, he'd had to drop it in there. That's a tough throw there. Desark leading McCrory on the other channel, 30-16. Desark with the ball, looking like they're going to move on into the playoffs. Don't know exactly what their situation is. We'll find out in a minute. Lewis pops out on the left-hand side again. Just a 3-yard gain there? Barely 3. 3-yard gain there for Lewis. Big plays have been cut back quite a bit.
Big time. Yeah, Stuttgart definitely stepped up their defense in the second half.
Again, they're doing a good job of fitting the run. And the guys that are supposed to be outside, keep the outside in. They're doing a good job of it. Hand off to Lewis. Bounces back to the left-hand side, gets to the 40s, caught from behind. Wow. That's a 4-yard gain there, and we got a 4th down, and this is the biggest play in the ball game right now. And it is, that's a long 3, short 4 type of thing. Huge play right here.
Big time play.
I would say you probably got to run some sort of zone read with Thomas in this situation, or get Thomas in a run-pass option type of situation. That way he can run for it, because they're loading up on Lewis right now. That's what they're going to do, but Stuttgart snuffing it out.
Interception.
And it's picked off. Gets across the 40, and that is a huge play in the battle for this conference. And Bo Barnes comes up huge for his team. And they did what I thought they were going to do, but I know that they didn't want him to throw an interception. Goodness gracious. That right there might have sealed the deal. That one might have sealed the deal in this conference, and Stuttgart could be going 10-0. Ricebirds playing tough here in the second half, especially. Only allowing Hamburg 1 touchdown here in the second half. Huge, huge play. 1 touchdown here, and you might put this thing away. Handoff goes up the middle. It's going to go down to the 34-yard line. Number 11, Jeremiah Thomas on the carry. 2-yard gain on the play for Thomas. I think I might have looked at it. No, Jeremiah Thomas, that's right. Two yards gained on the play. What we got?
The defense wins championships.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, hey, they've stepped up in the second half. I'm going to tell you, you got to have more like this if you're Stuttgart, if you want to win one of these things. Price reading the zone, gets down to about the 26, 27. So that's a 7-yard gain there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Price, 19 carries, 142 now. Yeah, you got to see more defense like you've seen in the second half from them. I mean, kind of a tale of two halves on the defensive side of the ball for the Ricebirds. This type of defense can make them a contender.
Yep.
The type of defense that they played in the first half They cannot win the championship that way.
Not against Arkadelphia or Dardanelle.
Elkins. There are definitely others.
Yeah, that's
Gosnell.
true.
Gosnell's another one. Price goes right up the middle, across the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. And that's a 4-yard gain. It's enough for a first down. And right now, Stuttgart, with almost 5 minutes to go in this ball game, they're trying to ice this bad boy. That interception probably did it. Without some sort of miracle play here for Hamburg. Price, a little outside zone action. And again, that's Jeremiah Thomas. Thomas gets down to the 17-yard line. And they've brought the changeup back in. Hall has gotten most of the carries tonight, but the changeup back has been the one here in the last 2 drives. Second down and 5. It looks like it was at least by the sticks. That's the way it looks. 2nd and 5. Price switching the side of the back. Surely they're probably going to keep this on the ground, you would think. And they are. Price cutting back, nowhere to go. He's going to get down. He got down inbounds. That was a smart play by him. 1-yard gain on the play. Take your yardage. Don't stop the clock right now if you are Stuttgart. That's right now, you don't want stoppages in play. 3rd and 5. Biggest play of the game here for Hamburg. They need to hold a field goal here. A field goal could still give them an opportunity to win this game, although chances are getting less and less as we approach the 3-minute 30-second mark of this ball game. 3rd down and 4. Price gets stopped, throws a little pop pass, not much doing there. Pass was intended for Caden Sims. The old Spider 2Y banana, trying to run that. And it was incomplete. So you got to think Stuttgart might try to kick a field goal here. I say that. First down might be enough. 3:17 to go. I mean, still, how many timeouts do we have for Hamburg right now?
They got 2. Stuttgart's got 3.
2. Stuttgart's got 3. They are going to go for it here. 4th down and 5. Price drops back. He steps up in the pocket, and he breaks the tackle. Gets across the 20. I'm sorry, the 15 down to the 12. We got a flag coming in late. Flag comes in off the side. Now, where they spotted that ball, was it enough for the first? I think it was. Then we got a flag after the play, and it looks like the point at Hamburg, so it won't matter. So 6-yard gain, it was enough for the first down. It looks like we've got a penalty after that. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be half the distance, so just a 6-yard penalty there, but right now the most important thing, if you're a Ricebird fan, is the fact that your team keeps the ball. And they got every opportunity at this point to ice this ball game. 3:09 to go. A touchdown will do it for sure. Things aren't looking good for Hamburg as it is. Price coming out once again. Price, splendid ball game so far. 268 through the air, 153 on the ground. Little draw play gets it down to about the 5. That's where they're going to spot that ball. So it's going to be a 1-yard gain. 250 and counting. No timeout called. Yeah, Price, he's been in our D3 Auto Sales MVP talk. Nikel Lewis as well. Getting a chance to see Price tonight, you see why he's in that talk.
Yeah, hands down. He's a great football player.
Again, 300 through the air, 100 on the ground. It seems like most every game. Tonight it's 268 through the air and 154 on the ground. Stuttgart just content to run clock here. They run a little zone read. He's popped in the backfield. And that's going to be a loss of 1. And we've got a timeout on the play. Timeout Hamburg. Let's take a quick one with them. 45-35 as the Ricebirds are driving. We'll be back in just a moment.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Stuttgart trying to ice this thing, win the 4A-8. I don't think anybody picked them to win it this year. But when you have a quarterback like Price, you're always in it. And him being a third-year starter as a junior, I think that's paid off here for the Ricebirds this year. Being able to see the field, and then, of course, they've got a good offensive line. And they've got a lot of good things happening here. And they're just minutes away from clinching a bye in the first round of the tournament. Little slant pass, touchdown, Ricebirds.
Wow.
I mean, he just fired that. He looked like Aaron Rodgers throwing that ball. And Jeremiah Jackson.
Flag on the play.
Touchdown. Let's see what they call here. That ball was a 6-yard touchdown. Dialed one up there, and we got a flag on the play. Field goal team's still out there, so it seems like it's on Hamburg. Let's see what.
It was on Stuttgart. It's excessive celebration.
Okay, so they're going to assess it after. Thank you, Chase, for that. Kick is up. It's good. 52-35 Ricebirds. And it looks like the Ricebirds are going to be your 4A-8 champion. And they're going to get the bye in the first round. We'll start pulling up scenarios right now. How about that?
Go for it.
It's about that time, right?
Yeah, it is, man.
About that time.
It's the best time of the year. Deer season, playoff football coming up next week. What more can you ask for?
Well, let's just take a look at it. We'll tell you a little bit about it here as we go. 1:58 to go, unless a miracle happens, and it's got to be a really, really good one. The Ricebirds are going to win. They're at the top of the bracket, first in the 8. They would take on the winner of the 3rd out of the 3. And the 4th out of the 4, which will be very likely Blytheville and Pottsville.
Yay!
So Pottsville and Blytheville would play each other for the right to play Stuttgart in 2 weeks.
At least it's not that long of a drive to Stuttgart, but it is to Blytheville, so
it's a long way. Justin is the Pottsville producer.
I love it, but it's going to be a long drive to Blytheville.
Mooney fields the ball, gets across the 30.
Good block.
It's across the 40, down to the 45, 46, 47-yard line. And that's where Hamburg will begin. Second out of the 8 will take on the 5th out of the 4, so Hamburg will likely take on the Mena Bearcats.
It's a good football
right
team.
Here next week. And then most likely with a win, they would take on the Dardanelle Sand Lizards, most likely in round number 2 at Dardanelle. And they have a very good chance we could be there for that one. We'll see.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one.
We will see. We will see. Got to let it play out. Can't count those chickens before they hatch. 1:48 to go. Thomas calling for the snap. Looking deep. Steps up. He's got a man right down the middle. Wide open. Gets across the 25 down to the 20. He's going to be tackled at about the 18-yard line. And, I mean, that's a huge gain there. It's a gain of 34 yards on the play, and you don't want that if you're Stuttgart right now. That's definitely not what you want. Colt Tubbs on the catch. 34 yards on the play. Thomas once again stepping up in the pocket once again, throws it out.
Great deflection.
A little bit inside. I'm not sure that was deflected.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah, the Stuttgart player's down right now. He hit it, just barely got it.
Made enough of a play on it. So, second down and 10. We've got a stoppage in play. Let's say thanks to our sponsors one more time. Appreciate you guys for being a part of this. Thank you to Hamburg for being so welcoming to us tonight. It's great to be down here. Definitely would like to come back here and do some ball. We did a game last year with Hamburg. It was actually a Monticello game last year in the playoffs. So when we're back to action here. Thomas looking down the field, throws it underneath, and that is that quick. It's a touchdown. My goodness. Keavion Brown with the score 19 yards out. And that is enough to bring it to a 52-41 ball game. Yeah, at this point, I still think you might as well kick it. I don't know why they'd go for 2 here. Getting it to 9 is not going to do them any good. In fact, it's going to actually be a detriment if they don't get it. But they're going for it anyway. Thomas looking to the outside, and it's so I don't know if that was tipped, but it just didn't get out there. But, you know, I get it. You're trying to get it as close as you possibly can, but really when you talk about scoring, it really didn't help you any to get the 2-point conversion there, get it to 9 points. Unless there's a new 9-point play that I don't know about in football, it didn't help you any. So, you know, now you're down 11. You're going to have to, let's just say you get the ball back here, and I assume they're onside kicking. Now you definitely have to go for 2.
Yep.
And if you make that, you're down 3, where you would have been down 3 with a touchdown and an extra point. But with that said, we're about to find out here. Aguilar going to onside kick it here for Hamburg. Again, Hamburg most likely going to host the Mena Bearcats here next week. Decent drive for those Bearcats. It's going to be a good drive. In fact, how many miles is that?
From Mena?
From Mena to Hamburg.
I got it. Hang on.
How about 2:01? That's not as bad as I thought.
4 hours and 1 minute.
Wow.
Here.
It's further than we drove today, huh?
You daggum right.
So here we go. Aguilar going to kick it off. Surely they're going to get the onside kick. They do. It's got a good bounce, but oh, goodness gracious. Well, I tell you what. Oh, man.
That
Bo
was
Barnes,
a hard hit. My goodness.
Bo Barnes got smacked. He's made 2 huge plays down the stretch. That was a heck of an onside kick there.
It
got
was.
great bounces, but Barnes just went up and just got it. And he got hit. He knew he was going to get hit, but he held on to that football.
That's why he put him on the good hands team.
And we got one more timeout for Hamburg. At this point, it's pretty much elementary, my dear Watson, as the Stuttgart Ricebird's going to come into Hamburg, go on the road, and win the 4A-8.
That's tough.
That is a salty performance by the Ricebirds. Nice job. If you're a Stuttgart fan, you got to be happy about that.
Oh, 100%.
I think they're going to hand it off. All they're going to do is run it into the middle of the line. 1 yard gained on the play there. And that was Jeremiah Thomas again. Doesn't look like that Hamburg's going to take a timeout. So you got one more play in this ball game. Stuttgart Ricebirds are going to get the bye, and they will play the winner of, most likely, the Blytheville Chickasaws and the Pottsville Apaches. So, Justin, you may be back down here.
Well,
In Stuttgart, at least.
It wouldn't upset me at all.
Yeah, right.
If my Apaches get a first playoff win in years.
Price takes the knee, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds have won the 4A-8 by virtue of a 52-41 victory over the Hamburg Lions. And what a great performance it was, especially the second half.
Wow.
By the defense of Stuttgart, and it was enough for them to finish 10-0 on the year. Big-time win
Great
for the
season.
Ricebirds. Big-time win for the Ricebirds. Huge play from the quarterback, Cain Price. And, they definitely follow his lead, no doubt about that. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to get some stats. We're going to get some analysis. And we're going to talk a little bit about playoffs. And we're going to encourage you to join us as we will be giving you playoff picks and all of that. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage. High school football. We'll be back in just a moment. The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
The Stuttgart Ricebirds come into Hamburg and pick up a huge victory on what was a historical night here on the Arkansas Sports Network as we watched Nykel Lewis pick up.
I got a video of that.
Yeah, you got
Can
that.
we watch it right here? The record.
You showing that right
Could
now?
it be the record setter here?
Can we talk over that? We can talk over that.
We can, yeah.
Nykel Lewis picked up the touchdowns record in the state of Arkansas in this play right here. There's the play. I don't know if I'm going out or not over that. I guess I am.
You're good.
Lewis picks up the 3-yard touchdown run, which was the 47th of his season, which
awesome.
is, I mean, gosh, when you have 47 in a career, that's great. But that's the state record there. But it was the Ricebirds that were able to overcome. And if you look at the stats were pretty even tonight. 498 total yards for the Lions, 495 for the Ricebirds. And, in fact, it was actually 498 to 498 until
Cain Price took the knee.
Yeah.
So
nuts.
evenly matched as it was as far as the yardage goes. One of the things that you got to give a lot of credit to the Ricebirds tonight was the fact that they were able to step the defense up, only allowing 2 touchdowns in the second half. And that was as big of anything because, they scored 24 points in the second half. They scored 28 in the first. And they kept that going, but Hamburg was unable to keep the pace up. And it was Cain Price who came out, 274 through the air, 20 of 28, 2 TDs. And then he had 25 rushes for 150 and really proved himself to be one of the best players in the state. Great matchup tonight, fun matchup tonight, and, boy, you can see why these two teams have been successful. Hamburg 8-2, nothing to hang your head about. 1 loss in conference, second in the 8. Now you get a chance to have a home playoff game versus Mina, and then a good chance that you're going to make a trip to the River Valley against the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. Most likely. I mean, you can't count your chickens before they hatch because
still got to play the
game. Still got to play the game. But good chance that on the 21st, it will be a Dardanelle-Hamburg matchup. That's going to be an interesting one.
It's be awesome.
We'll see what happens, though. Again, that's why they play the games. But, again, we appreciate you. Appreciate you guys from Stuttgart for getting behind us. Appreciate you guys from Hamburg getting behind us. We have enjoyed our time down here. Great time. Hospitality everywhere. Go into the press box over there where the PA is going on. They're feeding us, bringing us cake, letting us eat.
Yeah, that taco soup was mighty good.
I mean, it was just a good time tonight. So we're thankful and appreciative for coming out, being in Hamburg, getting a chance to call a great football game. And make sure you stay tuned to ASN because, again, we're going to have a playoff special, playoff preview on Wednesday night, and we're picking them all. And you're going to have to join us to be a part.
It's going to be a fun night.
It's going to be a great night. But anyway, I think that's
It'll be more than just us talking on there. It's not just going to be me and Brad for a change. It's going to be nice.
Now, Duran Miller's going to be with us. I know that. He's that guy knows. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
There's other guys as well. We made CFO Zach Arns will be a part with us.
Be awesome.
He loves him some high school football, Zach does. So, anyway, that said, glad to have our sponsors. Once again, we appreciate everybody for joining us. Can't do it without you. Can't do it without you watching. We appreciate it. Did anybody, let me ask you, 671 subscribers.
Thank you.
Are now off of the Mark of the Beast number of 666 subscribers. We appreciate that.
That's the CVV on my credit card.
Oh, Lord. Help us. Get a new credit card. If you like what you saw tonight, you can cash app us at AR Sportsnet. Slim says, fear the flock. They were great tonight. 10-0. What a great year. We're going to wrap it up from Hamburg. Appreciate you joining us. Once again, final score here. Stuttgart 52, Hamburg 41. And we'll see you next week from somewhere in the state of Arkansas.